Maybe Cole started this shit, and then like this is the trickle effect because of Cole's big three shit. Like I feel like this might have been some J. Cole shit, and then he was like, "Oh shit, oops," and then changed it up because. I got a couple of things to get into today. We got some Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Who rapped better? Who really won? What this game is all about. We gonna be just reacting, reflecting, going over these songs track for track in the order. Also feel like, for example, people keep going with first person shooter. Sorry, not first person shooter first, but I feel like they're going with Not Like Us or Jesus Christ, like that versus going with first person shooter. I feel like first person shooter is why Kendrick responded on the Future and Metro Boomin track like that. I just think that that's where people need to start from. Now, I personally think that if you put them on the last of the big three list, I think that that's an insult, and Kendrick took it that way, especially if there was once these behind the scene issues that people were talking about, because I believe DJ Head had expressed that with Maul and Roy while they was doing their debate. This is kind of why we here as well too, so it's all syncing up together. But first person shooter, in my opinion, is what kicked off this whole shit, and Not Like That. So for the weigh-ins is what I like to call it, the weigh-ins, because this is the battle between Kendrick and Lamar, the reactions version. You know what I mean? The weigh-ins was first person shooter and Like That, in my opinion. And we gonna hop right in and just start with first person shooter. We got the video. Should probably pull up the lyrics on the side. But I think I need to pull up the lyrics later. And the rest of these are gonna be lyric videos, but I think obviously, Family Matters, you need that music video and shit. You need that. And then you need Not Like Us for the music videos, just to complete the deal. Because music videos, with their biggest songs out of this beef, they both have music videos, which is something that I like that they both did. Because obviously after Euphoria and the whole taunting, we knew what was up. You know what I'm saying? We knew what was up. And I remember saying for myself, if Drake is to drop again, if Drake was to drop, he needs to drop a music video, and then the music video is gonna make it a rap. But then everything was good and smooth until my man dropped Meet the Grams, which that's probably the most controversial song out of the whole beef or rap battle because of the fact checks. You know what I mean? A lot of people wanted to fact check and go into who really did what and who's really doing what, when it's like, bro, we not really talking about these bars anymore. So that's where shit started getting funny. But then he went back to back for the record, and that's where he hit us with Not Like Us. You know what I mean? So we gonna hop right into this right now, man. The first song, as we go through this whole shit right now, 1 year later, is First Person Shooter for me. I don't think a lot of people have covered it that way. I feel like a lot of people would like to start it with Like That. But personally, I like to start with First Person Shooter because that's what tricked off Like That. Like That is the reason why we are here in the first place. Or sorry, First Person Shooter is the reason why we got to Like That. And I think that's being heavily ignored. I think people took it as he's bigging them up and everything. But as I said as well, too, in Euphoria, he addressed that. I'm surprised you didn't want that feature request, whatever he said. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go through the lyrics, dog. We're going to go through it together as a one big family. So once again, welcome back to the couch. What up, Couch Gang, Hip Hop Crimies and Crimettes, man? We are here to go through the whole 1 year later recap of the greatest battle in hip hop of all time. Some would say that. Me personally, I think Jay-Z and Nas is up there. I'll put Biggie and Tupac, obviously, but that didn't have the legs like everything else. That was just significant as far as the loss. And then I will put, me personally, I'll put Eminem and Benzino's beef up there. And a lot of people probably find that ridiculous or funny or just being a fan of M. But I feel like that shaped the hip hop magazine's like landscape. I feel like that shaped it up a little bit, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, it was a battle of the Source and the Double XL, which that all was birthed, I feel like, because of Eminem and the 50 Ja Rule beef. So that's where I stand with that. This falls in like, the top threes, top five even, you know what I mean? Because I can even say the significance of the NWA Ice Cube beef just broke out solo artist and broke up one of the greatest groups of all time too. But that's a little different. Hey, Laura, Lori, how you doing? So I think that's where I'm at with that. But like I said, we gonna run down the line here, man, and then we gonna probably get into some donor requests and just some regular stuff. But right now, y'all see the title. 1 year later, who really won? Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, dog. The battle is being revisited. The battle is being revisited, dog. Was once a thug from around the way. Easy. Back to it. We right back to it, dog. Just had to connect the earpieces. You feel me? Here we go.
They're on me. I'm getting cooked. Check my 6. Check my 6. Fuck. Hello? No. Everything's good here. Everybody's working hard. Nobody has left their desks all day. I've been keeping an eye on them. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
First person shooter mode, we turning your song to a funeral. To them niggas that say they don't office, you better be talking about working in cubicles. Yeah, them boys had a lot, but I knew the code. A lot of niggas debating my numero. Not the 3, not the 2 on the UNO. Yeah. Numero UNO. Me and Drizzy, this shit like the Super Bowl. Man, this shit done the biggest the... Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just 2 guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their verses back to me and they be terrible just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a...
So for me, I'm just like, with this song here, as we know how things turned out, I don't see how people are ignoring the fact that this is why Kendrick had to shoot at fucking Big 3. Nigga, it's just Big Me. My man started off the jump talking about I'm the GOAT, which once again, and everybody can say that they're the GOAT, but they're literally isolating themselves as the top 2 and putting Kendrick in a box. Like, you can't see how Kendrick's gonna feel away about this and talking about your fucking Big 3. Now, there's more to unpack here. There's definitely more to unpack here. Just a little more, but we into it right now.
Hit it all bad from January to November, nigga. It's just doing cold. Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Big as the Super Bowl. Niggas so thirsty to put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I be. Can't trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID.
Cole's bars on that was crazy though. You know what I'm saying? He went off on that. You know what I'm saying? Cole did his thing. And then I love the chess pieces and the, the game and the chess representation as well in here, which I'm gonna reach a little bit, but it seems like we was trying to play chess here with this song, and the wrong king's getting knocked down right now. That's what I'm gonna say. The wrong king's getting knocked down.
Naming the album to fall off is pretty ironic, cause it ain't no follow for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger, they waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the Big 3 like we started a...
Okay, so I'm glad I heard this back again, because I think I had the order messed up. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? Alright, cool. But you can take that for interpretation though. It's like you gonna mention K-Dot first and then you just gonna add y'all 2 last, like, but it all depends on how you look at it. It depends on how you look at it, I guess. It really depends on how you look at it. But I like this little setup too, because it's like we're disregarding the Big 3 right here. But once again, who's the Big 3? Fuck your Big 3. It's just Big Me. Because like they showing the accolades and shit, which you can take this as subliminal. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, we better, we the top. But once again, stay tuned.
But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
You say Kendrick's overreacted, but I can see why he responded the way he responded and like that. I can just see that, to be honest.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when this shit ain't connected no more. Feel like I got a job in IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them a 10 in your weight. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, this shit like a prison escape. Everybody steppers were fucking and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear off my plate. When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster, the GOAT with the...
Hold on now. hold on now. This is where it can get cute. This is where it can get cute.
This shit like a prison escape.
And it's funny, looking back at this, we haven't heard Drake really go in on no subliminal shit yet. Maybe who's the GOAT? Go ahead, say it then. But I feel like Cole's verse was more like what Kendrick was mad about. Now, in hindsight of this shit, and looking back at it 2020, like, maybe Cole started this shit, and then, like, this is the trickle effect because of Cole's Big 3 shit. Like, I feel like this might have been some J. Cole shit, and then he was like, oh, shit, oops. And then changed it up, because even... Here we go. Where he say, man? I don't like the lyrics that I pulled up here, but we're gonna rock with it for right now. Where was it? When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster, the GOAT with the garden pin, the top toucher, the spot rusher, sprayed the whole shit up, the crop duster, not rusher, but apply pressure to your cranium. Is it that one? Wherever he said everybody's big steppers, I don't know.
Everybody's steppers were fucking it. Hey Drake, it's like we recruited your homie. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them a 10 in your weight. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, this shit like a prison escape. Everybody's steppers were fucking it. Everybody breakfast and I'm about to clear off my plate.
Everybody steppers and shit. Everybody want to be big steppers and shit. Everybody's a stepper. You know, that's just me. Once again, we reaching here a little bit. We going back into time. This is all why Kendrick could have been mad with this one. When I show up, it's motion picture blockbuster, the GOAT with the golden pen, the top toucher, the spot rusher, spray this whole shit up, the crop duster. Not rusher, but apply pressure to your cranium. Cole's automatic when aiming them with the boy in the status of stadium. Nigga. Here we go. It's the part we've been waiting for. It's the part we've been waiting for.
Hey, I'm about to click out on this shit, I'm about to click, I'm about to click out on this shit, I'm about to click, I'm down to click out on you hoes and make a crime scene. I click the trigger on a stick like a high beam, and I was barely real good when I was 19. She called my number, leave her hanging, she got dry clean. She got an Android of messages.
It's funny how all this was interpreted before. We thought Drake was so hard, because even right now I'm feeling this shit, but then you start seeing this shit change quickly but surely, dog. Like, it's crazy the energy that he had in the beginning of this. Crazy. The Drake energy, the Drake, I'm 1 away from Michael, nigga, beat it, nigga, beat it. You know what I'm saying? That Drake, this Drake ain't here no more. This Drake is gone. Now he's just, who's calling my phone? Looking all sad and shit. He's looking different, dog. The energy's different. I love it.
I search one name and end up seeing 20 teams. Nadine, Christine, Justine, Kathleen, Charlene, Pauline, Claudine. Man, I pack them in this phone like some sardines. And they send me naked pictures, it's the small things. You niggas still taking pictures on a golf stream. My youngest richer than you rappers and they all stream. I really hate that you been selling them some false dreams. Man, if your pub was up for sale, I buy the whole thing. Would they ever give me flowers? Well, of course.
Whose publishing he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Whose pub? Whose pub we talking about? Whose pub is we talking about? It could be all subbies in here. Kendrick's reading it. He's reading it because then later on, 20 push-ups, your last one, brick, you know what I'm saying? All that shit, you know what I'm saying? Top 50, drop 50 and give me 50, like some push-ups or whatever. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. This is the way-in. These are the way-in songs. Like I said, this is all about the way-in.
I told Jimmy Jam I use a Grammy as a doorstop. Girl, give me some hair because I need it. And if I fuck with you, then after I might eat it. Niggas talking about when this gonna be repeated. What the fuck, bro? I'm 1 away from Michael, nigga. Beat it, nigga. Beat it. Beat it. Don't even pay me back on none of the favors I don't need.
Disrespectful. This is disrespectful to Mike, man, right here. This part's just disrespectful because if y'all don't remember the King of Pop videos and when he did all that, he's mimicking Mike here. I never really watched this video fully in entirety to break it down, but this is disrespectful to Mike right here. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. And then you out here doing the dance moves and shit. You out here just mocking Mike right now. I ain't feeling the mocking Mike shit. I ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? Cool homage, but I ain't feeling it. That's all. Just me. I ain't feeling that. But he did take back from the Michael Jackson shit. What's that DVD? Not DVD because of VHS back then, but All right. So with that weigh in right here.
Just incredible.
No. We're not there yet, Ray. Sorry, we're not there yet. After. All right. So with that first weigh in song, you know what I'm saying? Shit was a little aggressive. You know what I mean? Shit sounded real subliminal. You know what I mean? Shit sounded real subliminal. It sounded subliminal out there. You know what I mean? I can see why Kendrick responded to this nigga, man. I can see. Now, initially, I think he really should have been responding to Cole, and I think that's why Cole also jumped out the window first after the fact, because Cole kind of started it. You know what I'm saying? To be real, Cole might have started it. You know what I mean? Cole might have started this shit. Going back into it, I don't know if anybody's addressed that or really been honest about that. This might have been some Cole shit, dog. And Cole, you know, Drake just said, fucking, I'm going to be 10 toes down on it. You know what I mean? I think that's really what it is at the end of the day as well, too. I think this was a Cole thing. But it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I mean? In the comments below. Let me know what y'all think in the chat as well, because we are live doing this right now. Let me address y'all that popped in, because once again, I appreciate y'all. What it do, what it is, what's happening. Welcome back to the party. Lori, Cindy, Crow, what it do? I appreciate you. I look all right today. I don't like my hair today, though. My hair is out, you know what I'm saying? It's a little funky right now, but not like smelling wise, but it's just all over the place right now. But I like that you like it. You know what I mean? I like that you like it, and I appreciate you. King Zion, what's happening? What is happening, all y'all? What is happening? I hope y'all is good. I think I had a quick little technical difficulty, but let me know. Also, I didn't ask this in the beginning. Is my sounds good? Sound check straight? But I'm not gonna lie. That first song, I can't really call it. You know what I'm saying? This is the weigh-in right now. Like I think the song goes hard. I fuck with First Person Shooter. It definitely made me realize how dope that collaboration is too. A Cole and Drake collaboration is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely pretty dope. But this was the beginning of the end, because then we get what we got. You know what I'm saying? Metro Boomin shit. So we heard what happened in that. Now this is the weigh-in part of it. These are the weigh-in songs, which everybody thinks that, you know, like that was what started it off. Like that is what set shit on fire. But no. We got these two songs first. And then shit gets cute. We can throw J. Cole shit in there, but it's really about the battle of these two. It's a battle between them. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. So we're gonna hop into He Was Once a Thug from Around.
This is our last Trump mystery box drop. Next time you see this,
we're gonna do that one. We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
We'll be gone. We're giving away Trump mystery boxes filled with collectibles and memorabilia completely free. That's right. These boxes are packed with Trump.
Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, man. Also, I've seen there's a bunch of people coming in and out. So if you lurking and smirking, just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the like button while we go down this ride. You know what I'm saying? We're going down the Kendrick rabbit hole. So just like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have to too. But I see 11 people in here. I need a few more likes. I need a few more likes out there. Just a few more. You know what I mean? It goes a long way. Help brother out a little bit. I don't want the premium trial. We still broke your clock. But here we go, man. We into weigh-in song number deuce. You know what I'm saying? Numero deuce. And it will be like that.
Gotta find my joint up on this bitch. Metro. 3 times. Yeah. Sticking to the code, all these hoes for the street. I put it in her nose, it's gonna make her pussy leak. Pussy niggas told ain't gonna wake up at they sleep. You can't hear that switch, but you can hear them niggas scream. All my hoes do shrooms, nigga, all my hoes do coke. 20 karat ring, I put my fingers down her throat. If I lose a carrot, she might choke. I know she gon' swallow, she'll go. Free band nigga, bring the rats in. Got shooters in the corner like the pack in. She think cause she was at it, bitch, she a trap, yeah. That's that shit that get you put up at the section. And the model still the same. Ball like I won a championship game. You know these hoes hungry, they gon' fuck for a name. I put her on the game, she get fucked for a chain. Got your girl in this bitch, she twirling on the dick. I got syrup in this bitch, turn up in this bitch. And we bout the earths in this bitch, get murked in this bitch. All these pointers on me, baby, you know it's game time. Bring a friend, bitch, we fuck them at the same time. I'm a different nigga, no, we not the same kind.
You know what's funny about this song and this like start of the beef is that in real time, I didn't give a fuck about both of these songs. Like both songs, I could have cared less about what was coming because at this point, I could tell you, I was like, nah, I don't really care. Unless dudes is gonna say dudes' names, unless dudes are gonna really rap on wax, I could really care less about. To me, this was the Control verse part 2 for me. Like I took this as a Control verse, so I was like, all right, this is gonna be the Control again. Drake's not gonna entertain it because Drake had already explained to us the first time around that he's like, if it's real and I don't know and all that shit with Angie and Elliot. So I didn't think nothing was gonna come out of it. But then Cole jumped out the window, I believe, first. And then Drake followed up with Push Up. So I was very surprised by Drake jumping out the window on it. But I also just remember that this wasn't something that I felt was gonna warrant the battle. So this was a song where it was a cool song, but I did not see the battle coming out of the song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not see that the battle was gonna come out this song.
You can have that look, bitch, you ain't mad. Young dope dealer selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw nigga selling lows, is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
These niggas talking out of their neck, don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say yes, a lot of.
Oh, that's a bar right there. The money, power, respect, but he's like the last one is better. And my man's basically like, my respect is better than the money and the power. He likes the respect from his peers, bro. And I think a lot of artists tend to say that shit a lot too. Is like, I want the respect. I don't give a fuck about all the other shit. The other shit's great, but that last one is better. You know what I'm saying? And once again, a lot of goofies with a check. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who's the goofies with a check right now? We know who's the goofy with a check. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake has been shown that he's a goofy. And once again, these lyrics ain't really aging too well. You know what I'm saying? Like these lyrics, as far as like what Kendrick has said about the dude and what we watched basically play out from it, it's all checking out if you ask me. And now people can be in what we call it in today's world, man. We can say the Lulu. You know what I'm saying? Homies is the Lulu these days, but he's been proven to be a goofy. He's been proven to be a herb. He's been doing hoish things. He's had people jumping out of character. Yeah, it's fitting. This is fitting Drizzy Drake right here. This is a Drake nod right here.
Goofies with a check. I'm DOT. Don't put no coffin out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say yes, a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar. I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time.
Funny, he's already letting y'all know. Like, listen, my temper is at this point. I chose violence, but at this point in real time, we just hearing this is just rap. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, Control, I think, went a lot harder than this. I'm surprised Control didn't spark the shit off 13 years ago, where I'm trying to murder these niggas and all that shit. I'm surprised that didn't happen. Once again, I didn't see this one coming out of this, dog. It was cool. I think it was more like whatever happened after First Person Shooter, and I feel like this record stomped on First Person Shooter in a sense. So that's probably why Drake ended up replying. Maybe. That's my assumption.
For him to prove that he's a problem, niggas clicking up, but pay not be legit, no 40 water, tell him.
Shout out to E40 on that. Shout out to E40.
Yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3.
I love that. Niggas clicking up but cannot be legit, no 40 water, tell them, yeah. Yeah, get up with me.
Yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and
first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. Because once again, that was a sneak diss song, if you ask me too. Like, it was light, but it seemed real subby as like, yeah, we the big 2, but yeah, I guess we talking about this big 3, but look at who's really the big 2. So that's how I look at that. It's like, yeah, they can say it is that, but it's really us 2. I think that was planting the flag and them saying that it's just them 2. And yes, we arguing about K-Dot and shit, but like it's really us two. That's how I would take first person shooter too if I was Kendrick, to be real.
As a shooter, I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This Melly Mel if I had to. Got 2 T's with me.
So this Melly Mel if I had to. That's crazy.
Aww, yeah, get up with me. Fuck sneak this and first person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. I crash out like fuck rap. This Melly Mel if I had to. Got 2 T's with me. I'm snatching chains and burning tattoos. It's up. Lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the big 3. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, boom. What? I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, boom.
Oh, he's getting all of Ben Drake's ass on this one. This is why Drake jumped out the window. This is exactly why Drake jumped out the window, because all of this goofies with a check. Prince outlived Mike Jack. He's basically like, yeah, you can be Prince, Mike with all these numbers and all that bullshit that you're talking about. Because yes, Mike is the king of pop. So yeah, sure, you the king of pop, but I'm the king of this music shit, this artistry, and that's what the difference. I think if you're talking about Prince and Mike when he's making that is the difference between them. Like Prince was the art. You know what I'm saying? Prince was the soul. Prince was something that was different that spoke to people where we love Mike. You know what I'm saying? We love Mike. We fuck with Mike. But I think that was the difference. Mike was pop, king of pop. He was, he did everything. And Prince was just that unique dude that everybody knows his talent is crazy, but he didn't need, it's the accolades that they would say probably didn't match up or whatever. Now, I can't tell you the accolades off the top of my brain, but that's just kind of how I feel like the comparison is between the Mike Prince thing and everything else. So, and basically saying, nigga, Mike is dead, so I'm about to kill your shit. And like, I'm Prince, so, I'm going to be out of here soon, but I'm about to body your shit before we get up out of here. Basically.
For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these 9s. He gon' see Pet Cemetery, nigga.
Listen, that's when I think he should have known shit was a problem, because once he hit you with, nigga, bum, I'm really like that. Your best work is a light pack.
Like that, and your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, bum.
For all your dogs getting buried.
That's a K with all
these 9s. K9, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, but then you can talk about the K shit, and then he's going to see a Pet Cemetery, nigga.
9s, he gonna see Pet Cemetery, nigga.
Bars. Selling dope, is you like that? Kicking doors, kicking in doors, is you like that? Young throw, nigga selling low.
And you know what's crazy? I don't know if a lot of people are comparing it to, but since we here doing it on the couch, I'm gonna say what's crazy about this whole thing with the weigh-in part of this rap battle is that his one verse smashed that whole song. As far as like if we talking about things being disses, his one verse, because this is one verse on a 4-minute song and they had a 7-minute song, and that one verse shook up so much more shit than first person shooter. First person shooter rose questions and being like, oh, what's Kendrick gonna do? And then he did that. I think Drake should have known, dog, after this that maybe I should leave shit alone. You know what I'm saying? That's why once again, that's why I'm shocked that there was a response, because this well, actually no, this was worse, because yeah, Control, he said I'm trying to murder these niggas and all that, but this was different. Going back and especially because of all that, for all your dogs getting buried, that whole shit, should have known better. I ain't never heard a bar that hard from Drake. And this is about who rap better too. This is a who rap better situation. You know what I mean? It's not about the better songs, even though we're going to talk about that. And I think this was the better song than First Person Shooter. But for him to rap like that, we talking about who rap better. And I can't wait to get to the song where people said that he rap better, because I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all think Drake rap better than Kendrick in the comments below, because that's another conversation. Who rap better, dog?
Is you like that? All 24, you won't go, is you like that? Niggas from the bottom really like that. Stepping in balances if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
From around the way.
Who rapped better? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Like that.
Also, let me know how we sounding today too. I don't know how everything sounds. I kind of just jumped in. off the jump. So let me know if everything's sounding good for y'all. I haven't seen nobody say nothing, but let me know if like I'm too low over the music while this is happening. Do I need to raise it louder? What do I need to do? You know what I mean? So let me know how it should sound, baby. Let me know how it sounds.
Niggas from the bottom really like it.
If you like that.
Stepping in balances if you like it. Pop another bottle if you like it. Came banging dope, niggas was John slanging powder. Walking a strip club, make it rain for 3 hours. Locked in and now I got my phantom in my driver. Perked out, took chances in my hood like Nevada. Surfed out outside, white interior lasagna.
Yeah.
I just cashed out on designer.
Alright, that's the weigh-in. That's the weigh-in. That's the weigh-in, y'all. So with that weigh-in right here, I'm gonna have to compare the two songs. And it's all elements about both songs right here.
The tools that have gotten our users these type of results.
Now, between both songs, I must say, I liked Like That better. Like That had more replay value. Like That just sounds better in arenas. It sounds better in the settings that you're in, like the club settings and shit. I think it was good. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It was all good. But Kendrick out-rapped Drake in that situation because, like I said, his one verse definitely smashed up everybody else on that one song. In 6 minutes, Kendrick disposed of these cats in a verse. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna look at that, especially at the end of that. I mean, most of his shit was definitely geared towards Drake, which is also funny on how J. Cole jumped out the window first. But I think that's why he threw back his hand because he was like, wait, this ain't really about me. You know what I'm saying? I think this is between them two, and I just know some shit that's going on. So I fully respect that my man took his hand, put it back in his pocket, and said, "You got that, dog. My bad. I'm gonna leave you alone and shit." But at the weigh-in songs, I'm gonna give Kendrick the upper hand on that. He dissected them dudes real quick, got him the fuck up out of here to the point where J. Cole was like, "Nah, I'm good," and Drake went dummy mode. Drake crashed out. Drake basically crashed out, and when his response with push-ups, which once again, I like push-ups, right? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I like push-ups for one reason, you know what I'm saying? Because it was I like the original, like that, the one where we wasn't so sure if homie was gonna confirm it was his, and it had to get money. You know what I'm saying? I like that one better than what we all ended up hearing. Me personally, I like that. Right? I think if that would have got mixed and mastered a little better, I think that shit would have just hit a little bit differently. But it still doesn't negate from the fact that his lyrics still had you making you want to wave your hands like this and do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, my last one, put it in your hands and shit. Like, I can't unsee that, like, that's how you move. Because even when I was listening, I'm riding the whip. Now, I did it differently. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like this. But, you know, when I'm riding the whip, I definitely was, you know what I'm saying? Drake shit make you be like this. I never want to be your number one fan. Number in your hand. Like, so it definitely did that shit. And it made me be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Drake make you do the bop, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? He make you do that shit. So push-ups might have not aged as well as it sounded in the moment. And a lot of people are saying that he out-rap dudes. Now, this is the conversation where it gets fun, dog. I want to know how somebody, if they're in a battle, right, and the battle comes off like this. We just did the weigh-in song, so nothing really 20v1 anything yet. Nothing happened yet. You feel me? Nothing really happened yet. It was just push-ups. And he created the narrative. He had an out. I think he was smart about that. His out was, I'm going to come at this with this 20v1 angle because I know niggas don't like me. Because I feel like he's treating, like that as a record that dissed him and it was just Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see anything from their Future's verse that sounded like he was dissing Drake. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat as well. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's just one spot where I feel like, you know, Drake just crashed out just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. But yes, we're hopping right into this drop and give me 50, you know what I'm saying? Push-ups and shit. Let me know how this goes, man. I think he had the wrong angle on this, man. Creating that narrative as far as, you know, wanting us to think that he was battling more than Kendrick. And this is why I think the battle gets fucked up, because this first song, I'm cool with Drake approaching the 20v1 angle. That's not what I'm saying. But because at the end, it gave us that prelude into what we now know as Family Matters, and he still continued that. And then at that point, when Family Matters did drop, you see the order, you know the list. We already had Kendrick dropping diss after diss on him, so he's focused on you right now. And I think the biggest part and the biggest mistake in this battle for Drake was that I don't think Drake gave enough attention to the main target. Nobody cared about your side mission disses. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared about those. So I think the focus was off, and it didn't land. And that's when people started gearing towards the songs. But we're gonna break it down piece by piece. But before I get into that, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. But we hopping right into push-ups too, because Jock me give me 50, your last one brick. You know what I mean? So let me just check what's going on in the chat. Shout out to everybody in chat. If you in here, like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, man. If you smirking and lurking, you already know what to do. Yo, Crow, I'm glad that you got your electricity back, though. We loved Prince, man. I think sometimes I'll argue if I like Prince more than Mike, but I know I was a Mike guy. I think Prince was more as I got older. I'm not going to lie. What up, OT? What's happening? What is happening? Yo, that's wild. That's wild, dog. You put the phone on chill mode, bro. That's wild. Yeah, the Henny will do that, bro. Like I said, that's why I just go to the Blanco now, dog. I just stick with literally just the Blanco. Like we sipping right now too. We poured up on a Thirsty Thursday too. So I hope I'm not inviting y'all to do a little bit more of this. You know what I'm saying? Just a little more, just a little something, something, just a little something. Listen, that's a great way to end it, though. The chocolate bars, man. Yo, fucking dead. Damn, it's been off all day, so you just on a cell phone, huh? Shit, what did happen? I don't even know what happened. I ain't gonna lie, Lori. I don't know what happened. What happened? Did something happen? Did I miss what happened? Yep. Listen, we right back on it, man. We at the lighter half of this week, B. Pull up. Like my man Kool-Aid, Archie and Kool-Aid man says, pull up, dog. Pull it up. Ah, man, what happened? It was like a big crazy power outage out in out around the way? Or is it just like, something just happened? And it's like, how these electrical companies be and shit, they just like randomly doing things. That's why I'm surprised, like, the last couple of days, it's funny you say that because here they've been like, my internet's been just going in and out. So doing this right now, I'm like, I hope shit just runs smooth, like, while I do this. Like, whatever happens after, I don't know, because I'm going to get through this, do a couple of reactions, but I'm going to watch these playoff games. And we're not going to talk about the playoffs either, too. Like, I don't want to see none of y'all in my comments. I don't want to see none of y'all in the chat. I don't want to see none of y'all talking this Celtics shit, all right? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If y'all bring it up, end this shit right now. Y'all just, I'll end this shit right the fuck now. So y'all better leave me alone. Nah, I'm playing. But I am pissed off about what the Celtics doing. But anyway, I just wanted to say what up because I know we about to get right back into the shits. You know what I'm saying? So prepare, pack a lunch, pour up some more Henny. You know what I'm saying? It's round 2. You know what I'm saying? It's round 7 for most of us. So pull up, catch up. If you in here lurking and smirking, don't forget to like the video. We hopping right into push-ups. You know what I'm saying? This was the initial round 1 song. Now, for me, this is where, before I actually get into it, because we back on the battle again, let me know how y'all would do this, because this is where it got a little tricky. Actually, no. It didn't get tricky at all. So round 1 would be push-ups and tailor-made, but I know that they be blocking the video and shit, so I'm not going to play tailor-made. We're just going to talk about it a little bit. You know what I mean? Because once again, you know how that shit goes, and I don't want to have this live get fucked up. So we're going to stick to the tracks that we know we can play. You know what I'm saying? So we get push-ups, then we get tailor-made shit. We get that. You know what I mean? Then we get 2 for 2 basically. So round 1 is 2 songs for 2 songs, if you ask me. I want to say those are 2 songs for 2 songs because they both gave you like the preludes and all of that. And then round 2 kicks off with Family Matters versus Meet the Grams. And then we get into round 3, which is Not Like Us and let's see, The Heart 6. You know what I mean? Which I think we know how this is going away. So right now I got Kendrick up. Like, for me, honestly, I got a clean sweep, because this is what it's going to be at the end of it. We really reliving it again, and we trying to see once again who out rapped who, because for some reason the new narrative after Maul and Roy was on with Head, we're saying that Drake out rapped Kendrick. I just don't see that, because I remember in real time what I felt, and we about to go right through again and see how I felt again, because once again, like I said, push-ups was cool. You knocked out everybody. You did your side mission shit. You addressed Kendrick. You made fun of his shoe size. You told him to do push-ups. You know, you addressing the fact that he's got the 50-50 splits, 360 deals. All right, we get that. But part 2 is not really what I'm feeling. But once again, we're going to get into it, dog. So push-ups.
Have become even more powerful. And now with our completely revamped offerings, anyone...
That's not push-ups. That is not push-ups. That's not your last one brick. Here we go, dog.
DistroKid is going to cost you $1,246 more than Lander to do the same thing at Lander.
So, yeah. All right. I guess that was the subliminal. And maybe this is Drake fans, because once again, some of the Drake fans don't really be knowing shit. I just took this as straight up DJ Who Kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever the fire drops and the fire disses and all that shit was popping off, you either hear, this is DJ K Slay, the Drama King, or you hear, this is Funk Flex or DJ the Funk Drama, or Who Kid. So I plugged that in the mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tie that into, well, he's saying that Day Free might be the baby father, Whitney. Like, I didn't play it into that. You know what I mean? I took that as straight mixtape shit. Drake's pulling from the hip hop bag of, like, y'all know when disses get real. You know who be on the drops. Who Kid? Funk Flex, like we got cars, we got bitches. Or DJ K Slay, the Drama King. Y'all know what the fuck it is. You know, you get him on there. So that's how I looked at it. Anybody else can take that differently. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat below as well, too. But that's what it is. That's how it fucking goes, OG, or whatever. That's how it goes, B. Sorry, nigga.
I could never be nobody number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put it in your hand. You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker y'all depend on. Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you been stepping with a size 7 man's on? This the part with the bite, nigga, what's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby.
So once again, all that shit's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you looking at my picture while y'all mad, y'all trying to cuss me out. All that shit's cute. All this shit's cute. This was fine. This was fine. This was not bad.
Red, you been shook up. Cause Top told you drop and give me 50 like some push-ups. Your last one brick. You really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking.
Once again, this shit's cool. He rapping. Like, that's the thing. He rapping. And it was fine. This is not where it got bad at. That's the funny shit. This is not where it got ugly. That's crazy.
Bitty. Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the Swifties. Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
So the thing I felt weird with the Swifties shit, and I remember even real time, like, I don't know what you really getting at, but I'm like, nigga, you was doing shit with the Swifties and in the commercial, so I don't know why you trying to bring up the Swifties stuff, but alright, cool. Like, this is when I started learning a little bit more about things, but it still was seeming inaccurate to me, so.
Pip squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you INTERSCOPE right now, and you gon'
only reason why that bar was cool but not cool, because I'm like, everybody uses the INTERSCOPE bar that way, so it's not nothing creative about it, and it's not mind-blowing, and it's just like whatever. But I liked it in real time, because once again, me personally, I was waiting to see what Kenny had to bring to the table. So this right here, I was like, okay then. I was like, okay Drake, I will be honest with you, I thought Drake had round 1 before Kendrick came outside, because he took too long. So
I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between
my man said I had to hike down. Like, that. Listen, for some reason when I heard it, I thought he said hype down, but like, that's even better. Like, I had to hike down. This shit, I'm at the top of the mountain. That's a bar. Like, once again, nigga was rapping here, dog. Nigga was rapping, dog. But here's the goal.
Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city.
Ooh. See, we can't even hate. We gotta give equal opportunities here, dog. Like, this was a bar. Like, he was rapping first. He was rapping at first. I ain't gonna lie, dog. This nigga was rapping at first. So I'm here saying I'm at the top of the mountain. So you tight now, which I don't like. I get what he's saying, but like, you know, Kendrick's just as successful, so he's trying to pull the success rank on him, which would work for the other things in the past, but it's not gonna work here. That's where I think it fucks up. It doesn't work here, but it's still a bar though. You know what I'm saying? Talk with your ass. I had to hike down. Dope. Big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this? A 20v1 nigga goes to Prince to a king. Like flipping the whole like Prince outlived Mike Jack. Flipping all that was dope because that's a fact. Prince is the king. He a son, nigga. So he's sonning them right now. This was spooky for Kendrick at first. I ain't gonna lie. It was spooky.
Prince to a king. He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah.
And you know what's funny? That part you would have thought it was over too, because the key with Drake in battles at this point was when my man used to, you know, have the lines like that. The crowd being like, shut your ass up and make some drums. Or is that a world tour or your girls tour? So he was in the running right here. He was winning. The nigga was winning right here. For me, he was winning. This is the point where he was winning. But nothing happened yet. Nothing happened. It's just like, all right, that's cool.
I'm the sixth guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash flowing, able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jet switch, chains, wicked. Spinning like you tryna fuck, boy, you tripping, Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch in nail. I just got them done, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every fucking chain I own, next busy, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy.
See, but that's where he fucked up at, dog.
Shit we do for big rich little blunt runner. Love in the city, hike down. Big.
Everything was good in hindsight up until he got to 20v1. That's what I need to get back to.
Difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm the sixth guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Claim the six and you boys ain't even come from it.
I'm not sure if he was talking about that dude that he kept making fun of after a while, but I'm assuming so. Maybe. I know Ant. Is that Ant? That's part I never got to.
And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash flowing, able bread out here tricking. Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jet switch, chains, wicked. Spinning like you tryna fuck, boy, you tripping. Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch in nail. I just got them done, boy, don't make me at the Chippendale. Rolling loud stage, I would turn, that was slick as.
I never really sat well with that whole, like, Drizzy being a little softy ass. I'm like, you know, Drizzy Chippendale, probably got your bitch in nail. I just got him done, boy, don't make me have to chip a nail. Like, that's how I feel like this nigga was doing that shit and that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that was not really hard. I'm like, chip a nail, don't make me have to chip a nail. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know you trying to be on your Pimp Mac Daddy shit. I get it. But you Drake, you one of these niggas. You don't move pimpy to me, bro. You move different to me. It ain't pimpy, bro. You know, your little cute nails is not pimpy to me, but it's cool though. That's why I found that shit funny.
Hell, shit'll probably change if it BM start to kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switch.
See,
hell, like, shit'll probably change if it BM start.
I think he's talking about Ross, and so this is why. All right, he created 20v1 narrative. He's coming at Ross weekend. Now it's coming back to me like the Ross the weekend and all those dudes. So this is him creating it on his own.
The kiss and tell. Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I be rocking every fucking chain I own. Next busy, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy.
Yeah, he was crazy for that. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney shit. He was crazy for that line. And then once again, I think he was analyzing this diss, Kendrick being. He was analyzing this diss for a real long time. 12 days or something, you know what I'm saying? Where he was like, all right, and this is, now it really makes sense on why he said, yo, this is a friendly fade. Let's keep it this way for real. Because all this shit was kind of unnecessary at the end. It ain't gonna lie. But that's always Drake's angle when it comes to battle, which I'm surprised he pulled that move so early because usually that's his second song. Usually his second song is where he drops the female shit on you. Usually his first one's like, it keeps it light. So I do see why he went even harder the next time. But he started early with the female shit, huh? And I didn't catch that because once again, I ain't know too much about Kung Fu Kenny, Boogeyman, Kendrick at this time when this song dropped. I didn't know. You know what I mean? So that one flew over my head, but I obviously when I'm in the internet, I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? So
Bentley's. I be rocking every fucking chain I own, next busy, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass, better fucking, ayy. Better drop and give me 50, ayy. Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50, ayy. Niggas really got me out here talking like I'm 50. Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living. I might take it latest, girl, and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in, this nigga turning 50. Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Jizzy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up out my business, nigga. Shout out to the hooper that be busting out.
And I also like the original for this because once again, that Get Money beat and all this, and he was like, worry about whatever you got going on, what you want, Puff. You know what I'm saying? Which I think it meant Puff. You know what I mean? But like, I like the original better as well. But I will say his hardest rap bars, and this is why I think people are going to say that he out-rapped Kendrick in this, because we're going to focus on his bars that was geared towards the other rappers that didn't matter. His best bars, honestly, were against the side mission characters. His best bars throughout this battle and they're showing in this song, because all his bars are directed, the dope ones that stand out are all towards everybody else. His weakest bars, and when he does have bars, it's like, your midget ass, Whitney, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit like that. And then the other one where it's like, Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drum nigga. Like, his hardest verses weren't towards Kendrick. And we about to expose this shit right now again. We are going to expose this motherfucking shit again, nigga.
Busy. Spend that little check, you gotta stay up out my business, nigga. Shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. We know why.
That's another thing too. I didn't even like. I knew this in the beginning, but I'm like, yo, why are you beefing with fucking your little homies? Basically, you know what I'm saying? You beefing with little 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds over shorties too, like the younglings, which goes back into like why people be capping on it the way they do. Like you beefing with these youngsters who are messing with the young chicks that are under 25. You know what I'm saying? And you acting like, you know what I mean? Like you acting like you the top dog in that shit, which in a sense I get it, but it's still, it's lame. It reads lame for people that are experienced in the game. I feel like it just really reads lame, to be honest with you.
Man, nigga, I ain't even tripping. All that little heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches. This far the top dog.
That didn't age well. I'm like, man, I feel like you was on your little Twitter heartbroken shit for a little bit all during this battle, so that don't age too well.
Drop and give me 50, drop. In that fucking song, y'all got to not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot now.
I mean, that's false. You know what I'm saying? Because that fucking song y'all did not start a beef with us. It certainly most did. Shit, this motherfucker was contradictory early, huh? Because how you gonna say this song y'all did not start a beef with us? Oh, you saying, okay, never mind. You saying that this shit's been brewing in a pot. Now you heating up. Okay. But once again, no, not even, dog. Not even, because even when you went on your shit with Angie and Elliot, you already said this shit was not really what it is. But I guess if you're saying that because you know you've been subliminally dissing them throughout the 13-year, period of this shit. So I guess now you like, I bet now I'm gonna heat up and do my shit. But once again, that's corny though. That's whack. Don't try to make it seem like that. Don't make it seem like that.
I don't care what Cole think, that dot shit was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling top to see if top want a piece it up. Top want a piece it up. Top want a piece it up. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up. You don't roll deep to this, you not fucking deep enough. Begging cops or not, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Cornball, your show money, merch money, feed us.
Merchant. Y'all know what I'm referring to in that, but it's funny how he's like, you roll to, like, he's basically talking shit as if like he's saying Kendrick ain't ready, and everything showed the complete opposite once he responded. But that didn't age well. It's not fucking deep enough. Begging Casa not, boy, you not fucking beating us. It's funny how you mentioned that and you got him on the paperwork and shit. Numbers wise, I'm out of here. That's also false. He's kind of creeping up on your shit. Not as far as like certain things where it's like those astronomical numbers, but in the hip hop space, I think he's been taking over your spots a little bit. But that didn't age too well, maybe. Money wise, I'm out of here. You're not fucking sneaking up. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then your show money is merch money feed us. That's an interesting one.
I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait to demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wait to demon up. Drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up.
Oh, I forgot. This is when Act started acting crazy because he heard his voice on this shit. That's when. So there's a lot that happened in this song. A lot unfolded after this song. Aki started acting real crazy because I remember that it's coming back to me. I remember watching the lives of his shit. And my man's was like, "Oh, I'm on the song. I'm on the song. I can't believe I'm on the song. Yo, my man put me on the song." So you already knew homie was gonna choose up once that happened. I mean, shit, it makes sense. It makes sense, right? Yeah, once he did that, homie was all the way choosing up. Now, like my man Lethal Shooter always says, I now understand. Alright, I ain't even that mad now, dog. You got put on the track, bro. You got put on the track in one of the biggest hip hop beefs ever. Yeah, I'd be hyped too, my nigga. I'll probably choose a side too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at least be honest with yourself. You know this is why you did it. You know, that's really what it is. It's like, you know that's why you did it, dog. You are acting the way you're acting because you get a check out of this. You get a check out of what top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick? Yeah, you get something out of that. You get something out of that. So once again, dog, it's all tied to the bread, B. Can't even be mad at the nigga, D. Alright. But here we go.
Yeah, drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it PG.
I ain't gonna lie. I give that song a 10 still. I ain't gonna hold niggas. I'm gonna give that song a 10 because that shit when it in the real time. I know we're gonna try to change how we feel now based off of just what was happening in real time. But this is a real time moment right now. And in real time, I still say that motherfucker was hot. Did it age well? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? Did it turn out well for Drake after the fact? Hell nah. But in real time, we had Drake up 1-0, but that's because nothing happened yet. But because we're a year later, and this is a year later, who will rap better? Drake did his thing on that, but we have yet to see. But in round 1, I will say, because we know what we know now, I still probably got Drake 10-9 in this round. Mainly because, and I give round 1 to Kendrick for these reasons. After listening to that, you know what I mean? It's more, he never focused on the main target, but I don't fault him for that. And that's why I say, actually, I'm going to call round 1 more of a tie. No, fuck that. I'm lying. I'm literally going to say that this was actually a 10-9. Kendrick got round 1 out of that. So he's up 2-0 right now. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do the weigh-in and count that and we're going to do this, he's up 2-0. My man, his bars weren't directly focused on Kendrick too much. He kept focusing on everybody else at first. But rightfully so, even though not even rightfully so, because nothing I don't believe has happened yet as far as everybody dissing. Like, I maybe Rick Ross said this or whatever, but nobody was jumping him like that. So the 20v1 shit always confused me because I didn't see where anybody else was dissing like that. I mean, I think ASAP came out with some shit, but once again, these are not worthy opponents. So for you to make it like it's like Kendrick is doing this to gang up on you, nah, he just hopped on the track of people that you was cool with and you had a falling out with them. But I don't think they dissed you on the track. If they did, once again, let me know in the comments below. But I didn't catch any Drake diss, and that's just being too into their fan shit that I'm not into with that. Out of everybody at the time, I only fucked with Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's when he just dropped some music every now and then. I peeped the shit. But yeah, I definitely still got Kendrick up. We're gonna hop into, well, no, we're gonna get to Taylor Made and talk about that for a second. So obviously he dropped Taylor Made, but we ain't gonna play that on here because I just don't know how the YouTube shit is. I'm just not trying to have the live canceled. But he dropped Taylor Made. I thought it was a whack ass move in the heat of battle where you're doing an AI track, which is essentially for me that's just like it's just as bad as Ghostwriter for me. So the fact that you thought as a rapper who claims that you don't have ghostwriters and you don't need help, I always felt like the minute you went that route, I immediately was just like, okay, you definitely have ghostwriters, and that's okay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it bumps you down a lot more as being put in the GOAT conversations of rappers and being in these top 10s and top 5s. Now, if you want to talk sales and what music does, sure. But if we're going to talk pure skill and that all that facts, all that made me not put Drake in that shit. So I thought Taylor Made was whack. A lot of people tend to think that that was a creative approach, which I didn't think it was creative whatsoever. There was nothing creative about using Tupac and Snoop's voice, and it wasn't because he used Tupac and Snoop's voice, and I was like, oh, like that offends me. It's just like, that's just whack. And I seen the angle. I'm like, all right, you're using two of the dudes that Kendrick looks up to. One's actively alive and bigs up Kendrick and gave him the torch and all. I seen the angle. It's not that I didn't see the angle. It's just that, like, in the heat of this battle, that's the route you're going. It just shows more of how out of touch you are in the battle scene. Now, you can, once again, be all around these battle rap circuits and all of that, but clearly you ain't take no notes because your approach versus how Kendrick did. Kendrick says the same shit you said about fucking with the battle raps, but he studied this shit. It shows in this battle. It showed in this battle approach. It showed in the strategy. So the tailor-made was really the downfall, I think, in response to, or sorry, it was a downfall in the heat of this battle. And that made him get some deducted points from me. And I don't include him out rapping for that. And that was also him more baiting Kendrick to do the how many I got in stock, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that geared that. Yeah, I mean, if you would have kept it with push-ups and then all right, you baited him with that, but nah, you asked for everything that came after that. So it's funny how we did that. So with all that being said, dog, you know what we hopping into next, dog. We going right into actually. Let me just make sure that order is correct because I believe Euphoria dropped right after, but I don't want to say that it was 616 in LA and then Euphoria. So all right, so yeah, we're at April 30th when he drops. You know what I mean? But yeah, damn, this shit flew by real quick. In real time, you thought this shit took mad long. So Drake, listen, I love how everybody puts the breakdown in the first song is like that. When I think if a person replies to a song that was subliminally dissing you, how do you not throw that one in the timeline? So in October, whenever when First Person Shooter came out, you have to throw in that first. And then he responded because he didn't just come out of the cut and just say, fuck the big three. That's literally a reply to First Person Shooter, which means that there was some subliminal shit that was going on in that track that must either flew over people's heads or people just not trying to claim it as a diss or whatever. But I stood on that, and I think that's why Kendrick responded the way he did. And then Drake released. Wait, hold on, dog. So, well, he was on tour. Okay, he was on tour. I'll give him that. He was on tour. I'll give him that. So then Drake dropped the 13th, then waited 9 days, dropped again. Damn, so we was really impatient. The nigga replied in 6 days. Kendrick replied in 6 days, dog. Like, what was we bitching about? We was really in real time bitching that this nigga took 6 days to do. That's because we really wanted it. I know that's why. Because I was out here being like, where's Kenny? Kenny need to come outside. But that's Drake, though. Drake played into making me feel like he needed to come outside. Nah. Like, you follow through with it, dog. And the voices and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I will say the best part of that bullshit, though, was when I think he was in the Snoop voice. And when he went from the Snoop voice and then Drake real voice hopped on and did what he needed to do. Now, if you would have just did that whole track without the voices, because it was still you, nigga, just used AI shit. If you would have did that without that, I probably would have been like, oh, shit. But because you took that angle, I can't even respect it. I really can't even respect it. It's like if I would have just went on the YouTube and listened to like a fake Eminem song or something like that. Like it just doesn't, that's not like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not like that at all. So yeah, we waited a little bit. All of us was wondering if Kendrick was going to come outside, what Kendrick was going to do. Because once again, we've seen Drake in the heat of battle. Whether you think he won, destroyed, or lost, that's always different conversations to be had. But Drake's pen has been tested and proven, in my opinion. Do I think that he won most of them? Nah, he only won the meat to me, but he still got out there in the battlefield. Kendrick, on the other hand, at this point in time, you can't tell me who he's gotten in a battle with or gotten in the riffraffs with in back and forth. Because even when he did Control, I don't even think anybody replied to that. And when the people that did reply to that, it was Joel Ortiz, Papoose, like all these other MCs that those guys aren't in his class. So the beef with them and do a lyrical riffraff with them just didn't make sense. And even in real time then, people was like, well, I'm like, Kendrick don't need to respond to them. That's not who he was gearing that towards. You heard the names he said. Let's focus on the names that he said. But yeah, we about to hop right into Euphoria. Shoot up. We about to do that.
Girl, thanks for planning this. We deserve
Which, as we know, when people deciphered it and everything they say about me is true.
That first dinner was crazy.
Now, whether everything they say about me is true is related towards Drake or that's related towards Kendrick, that is yet to be seen. We don't know if that's really Kendrick being like, everything they say about me being a boogeyman is true. Because remember, we was waiting the whole time. So that could be his warning, like, nigga, this is everything that's coming to you is real. Everything you heard is real, and you about to find out. That's neither here nor there. But we are hopping right into it, dog. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling
distasteful. So he's already like, alright, so before we really get into it, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are live recapping the Drake versus Kendrick beef in real time. Who out-rapped who really won, what was really the deal with this, because there was a lot of chitty-chatty conversations going on. And this is also fresh off of Roy and Maul with DJ Head's hip-hop conversation and debate, which was definitely a good one. Good 2 hours. I enjoyed it. I didn't agree with both of them. You know what I'm saying? I think they both were saving face for specific reasons, which I understand. But I still didn't agree with them and shit. So this is why we are here. Especially when I think what really brought me here, dog, is Maul said that he didn't remember Euphoria, which I think is the best diss song out of all of this. And he also said something like Drake out-rapped Kendrick. I bet I need to go revisit that because I don't think that happened. I think he's just really got caught up in the moment. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the chat below. Let me know what y'all think in the comment as well, too. We about to hop right into this, man. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like something's happening within the chat. Nope, I think we're good. All right. So, yeah, here we go, dog. Oh, my fault. Got sidetracked again. But the famous actor once knew was looking paranoid and is now spiraling. I feel like when he said this is spot on to just how he was moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's neutralizing these because remember, Drake was on these superpowers for a little bit. He had this shit going on for a long time. You know what I mean? A long time. He was on top. So he's speaking facts right now. And like, he's spiraling. He's moving like a degenerate. His antics are whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all, he's basically breaking him down as the hip hop artist that we know is Drake. And I think those angles, when you go into it in a battle, is very effective because now you start peeling back the layers. You start looking at it like, look at 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. The crazy part about that is that he didn't talk about him as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? As his rapping abilities and his skill. He talked about the antics that he was doing. He talked about the pop shit that he was doing. He talked about how he's doing this, but he calls himself a murderer. So when you start playing that angle, and it makes you look at the other person, you're automatically, like, in my opinion, you're going to win that battle 9 times out of 10 because pointing out character flaws in a battle versus just rapping and saying whatever will always take precedent over that. And also using the female angle. You can use female angles all you want. But once a motherfucker starts breaking down your character and your likeness and shit, it's different. This is what Euphoria was. Euphoria was a whole Drake breakdown of who he is as a rap artist, and it's not what we have led to believe.
Tasteful, I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angles. Fabricate stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale.
So that could mean many things, you know what I'm saying? Because once again, we're talking about this fast forward. We, in real time, we probably thinking like, okay, you heard Mr. Morale and he said certain things, but it sounds like to me, fast forward, in that he knew whatever you was about to do on the Heart 6 was coming because he literally took what he heard on Mr. Morale and tried to manipulate it into something that just wasn't even anything, to the point where even the fans that listened to that song was like, did you even listen to the song? Like, what are you talking about? So he must have known something well before we did, dog. Like, everything just tells me he knew some shit that we did not know. Even with that, while I calculate you're not as calculated, I can even predict your angles, fabricate stories on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale. And it has to be that song, right? It's got to be that song he was talking about. And obviously, throughout the album, he was talking about certain things. So, yeah, he's going to take that. But I just feel like that ties more to how Drake used that in the Heart 6.
Pathetic master manipulator, I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with a hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection.
And that's a bar within itself, too, because, like, he's, you know, Tommy Hilfiger is a different type of thing for the culture. And when you're not in the culture, like he's saying Drake is not, FUBU has never been in part of your collection. That's why you do your museum artifact collections now of all these hip hop things that you grew up watching from afar. And now you're just buying it now because you got the money. You don't move like a culture man. You move like a vulture. That's what he's saying here. That's what he's saying.
Make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random.
That can mean so much, especially if we're going into like what we're talking about. But he's keeping it light. He's saying things that can insinuate one thing, but he's like, I won't go there. You know, I'll double down on it if I have to. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna stay on the surface level of things, which is you as a man and you as a character, and what you're portraying out here ain't what you really are, type of shit, Nick. That's what he's saying.
Acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
Even that, dog. Even the listen, because even this reminds me of something. Even in real time, when I first heard this, I think when I heard no, I got into shit after. But when I heard the Heart 4 or something like that, where he was like, "Don't tell a lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you," and then he was like, "You a scared little bitch. I'll crush your whole little shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that was definitely like a Drake warning too, if you ask me. I mean, I was listening to that while I was in the heat of all this, but I was like, nah, this just sounds like some shit. Because he's like, shut the fuck up. You sound like the last nigga I know. You know what I'm saying? All that shit sounded real Drakey to me. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Heart Part 4, I know a lot of more other people's familiar, but when I heard that felt real Drakey, dog. So, yeah, we right back into this again.
Don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
Also, I was kind of mad in real time listening to it. I was like, yo, this nigga hit me with this shit. But then once again, 55 seconds in, then we got do 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 do. So yeah, shit changed real fast. I gave it a chance.
Shoo! 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 Shoo!
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay.
Talking about the money and the fame and shit. Then this is referencing to Joe Jackson because he had a bunch of Jacksons in the house. That was a nice bar. That was a nice bar.
The way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. What's a lame? Always a lame. Oh, you.
Once again, facts. Just because you got all that bread and you got all this, all this shit behind you and the machine behind you, don't mean you still not a lame nigga. There's a lot of lame niggas with money. Just because you got money don't make you player. It don't make you ill. It don't change your character. It just makes you look more appealing to the money thirsty chicks that you often very well, bitch and moan about in your songs because you're so unhappy with that from what people say. So, once again, you still a lame nigga. We see all these old clips. Drake a lame nigga, B. Drake, at the end of the day, is a lame dude. And it's fine. I would never chill with him. I listen to his music, and even after the fact, I'm like, this nigga music kind of lame too, but he seems like a lame. You know what I mean? He seems like somebody, all these moves that have been out here, and you can see how even certain people support these moves. It feels like he's a lame. Because lames do support lames when lame shit happens. Like, we see certain lame shit, and we like, that's kind of lame, but, once again, money will make you shut the fuck up real quick, too. You know what I'm saying? I will always be real about that. Money will make you yes man motherfuckers all day. Some people don't. And that's why I think you get a lot of, when people do get famous or when people get to a certain status, you might have those things that go on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not always that a motherfucker's hating. I think sometimes people just saying yes man. And some people like, when you're in those situations, people like when people kiss their ass. That's just what it is. It's an ego booster. It strokes the ego, all of that. So Drake probably had a bunch of that on his team, B.
You thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid $500 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I feel that both.
Basically, like, yo, Drake, you are not about any of this shit, bro. You are not with any of the shits. That's basically what it is. You're not with any of the shits. And then y'all heard what DJ Head and old girl was talking about on their podcast in regards to how they allegedly call for the fade. And Drake ain't want the fade. Now, once again, this is all hearsay. You know what I'm saying? I take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. But we've heard this, so.
But I came out straight. I hate when I rap or talk about guns. Then somebody died, they turn into nuns. Then I hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky.
That was a bar because I know he said that the dementia, but he, the way he said that was crazy.
I park your son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make pop turn in his grave.
Cut the business. So, listen, man. That whole shit towards Jay Prince was crazy because we already know Jay Prince be hopping into certain things when it comes to Drake, like he did, I believe, with Pusha T.
Point down enough today.
But let's
They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park his son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me.
I like how he's playing the very first time I shot me a Drake, which obviously we talking about the Draco and shit, but that's a double on time when when he first shot at Drake, it didn't hit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't hit.
Aim it this way. I didn't point down enough.
When he's like, you didn't diss him hard enough. I like that because it literally is like, nah, you didn't diss him hard enough, so you gotta do it like this. And today he's like, I show you I learned from those mistakes. That's so prophetic. They can talk about it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that right there because that leads into like what he's doing. He's on his war mode shit. He's a warmonger right now.
Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make pop turn in his grave. Cut the finish. You got shit twisted. What is it? The brakes? I hurt your feelings. You don't work with me no more. Okay.
So that we all know now that seems like that's that first person shooter shit, which goes back to we need to throw first person shooter into the timeline of these disses because this is what sparked Kendrick to do what he's doing right now. Was first person shooter, big as a Super Bowl, is it K Dot as an Aubrey or me? One away from Michael nigga beat it. What's a prince to a king? All this shit like that. And they've been subbing each other for years. So I don't see how we don't throw fucking first person shooter in there. Throughout this, I might get thrown into getting to those rants a few times. So here we go.
Those left and I see two of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death. And in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. It's not nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold.
And that bar always stood out to me too. There's no accent you can sell me because Drake once again gets into all these accents and all these different ways of creating music once again, which is fine. But we talking about this rap shit and you ain't going to sell me no accent rapping either and avoid this rap conversation. So I like that. I like that.
No selling. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and Ivory, no, I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my.
Once again, still going back to, I ain't sharing this crown. There is no big three. It's still big me. He doubled down on the big three and the crown's heavy, but I'm going to wear it because I know I can hold this crown while y'all niggas can't. And I pray they my real friends. If not, on YMW Melly. You already know what happened with that case. Y'all heard what happened. Y'all know what happened. Y'all seen it.
Real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again.
My man said, let me see you go back at Pusha T because you know what happened with that. And he said, you better off spinning on him. That's like he's warning you in this shit too. You better off spinning again on him. When you think about pushing me, come on, dog.
Knowing him, you think all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal. This a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about.
See, this is funny, dog. Like he let you know right here, dog.
Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal. This a.
We ain't gotta get personal. This is a friendly faith. This is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. He told your ass, Drake. He told you, Drake. Yo, light skinned ass ain't wanna listen, nigga. You ain't wanna listen, nigga. That's what it was. You wanted to have your ego all up your ass, nigga. You wanted to be on top, nigga. And now that result has turned into this shit. You could have kept it right on rap, my nigga, because he already heard your shit. So he's like, we don't have to get personal. Literally right here. We don't have to get personal. This is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way.
Fade, you should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest is. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hate.
I love the way once again he still stood on that shit because he's like, look, man, as ugly as you about to make this, where I told you I don't need you talking about my shorty, all this shit like that. But I know some shit about you. That's basically what it is. And as far as everybody, I think Gunna was out here talking. So, what's worse than talking? That shit. In the streets, around the way, in the neighborhood, in the culture. Yeah, that talking is up there. But that goes over. That goes over. So that's why he's like, I know shit that would make him look like a saint. Because that's above that. That's criminal. You know what I'm saying? That is some criminal shit. Both is criminal. But that's way more unacceptable than the other shit. Now, once again, we don't know the facts, so I'm not putting it on his jacket. But it looks like he got some shit where, once again, these are behind the scene chatter bars right here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows the truth behind that. But to say that he, you know what I mean, he's making it up. He already let you know on the first diss track, I got some shit and it can go further, I promise. And that's in what is it? Not Like Us. So yeah, he ain't listen. I'm gonna scream this throughout this as well. Drake ain't really listen. Drake ain't really pay attention to these bars as much as he should, I think. His ghostwriters didn't anyway.
About gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one.
Listen, if you know about the Drake Puff shit when Puff slapped up Drake, what else, man? There's a lot that would happen in that bar. I just had to let it ride because I like that shit. I liked how we flowed here. So obviously I hate the way you walk. This nigga, dog.
I hate the way.
I don't know how we came out rapping.
Gimmicks not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the.
Now I will say that they both be lying because nobody was really direct the whole time while they were subliminally dissing each other. But once again, this goes to show right here that I don't know why we was fact checking so hard because Kendrick's lying right here. Kendrick is literally lying right here when we know that niggas been sneak dissing for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand how we got to all the way to Meet the Grands where all of a sudden we're like, nah, he's lying. It's a lie. It's a goddamn lie. Nah, dog. Niggas been lying, bro.
Bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
And actually, going back to the sneak diss line, I'm gonna respect the sneak diss and shit a little bit more on Drake's end because at least with his sneak disses and shit, I feel like he wasn't pulling them back. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I always agree on, at least because I feel like with anything that came out or leaked or was subby, I feel like Kendrick didn't own that main one that came out where he was dissing, I think, French. We all know that track. I think it was I forgot what song it was. Is it Humble? Damn? One of the shits where he was subliminally, he was saying niggas' names. And he ran that one back. So I will always give Drake the up nod on where at least when he was subbing, he never walked it back. I feel like Kendrick's walked a couple of the possible subliminals back a few times. That's just me, though.
How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one like my last one. It's a classic. You don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from.
You know what's funny is I always raise that question because what they say about, what Cole had said about Kendrick and his albums, he made it seem like Kendrick ain't got no classic rap albums too. Let's put it out there, rap albums. But I raised this question to the chat and I raised it to the comments. Does Drake really have a classic album? And I've had this argument with my buddies a few years back too. I don't think Drake really has a classic album, dog. What are you gonna deem as a Drake classic? I think So Far Gone is more classic than anything that came out after. I think his discography has gotten significantly worse along the time. Or not worse. Worse is too harsh. I think it's always stayed here. I can compare Thank Me Later to something in between. You know what I'm saying? All his albums have been relatively the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just when he started exploring, I think when he had his Pops on the album cover or whatever. And I actually, let me double back. I think Views is actually his best album. That might have been his best album. You know what I mean? But a classic, I don't put Drake's albums in classic category. That's just me. But let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat as well too. Do y'all think Drake's Drake's catalog has classics? I don't know. Let me know.
From V12, it's a fast one. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember? Hey, Top Dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address.
See, even that, dog, like, he's like, I'm surprised you even wanted a feature request, my nigga. Like, we got some shit going on. So there's behind the scenes that dudes just ain't never figured out, dog. And we ain't never gonna know. But he's saying it basically in this song, though. And then this is the funny part, too.
Talk, I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga. But that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet.
Yo, he's fucking riding on Drake right now. I know I got distracted and forget every now and then, but I ain't seeing how Drake out-rap this nigga at all. I ain't seeing it at all right now. Like, what way did Drake out-rap him? And once again, we got 7 minutes of focus on one particular target, not multiple. So he's riding and gliding and sliding on Drake right now, dog. Like, hold on. You hear how he's rapping, though? You hear how this nigga rapping on him right now? Dissing him?
When you see success, everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your split.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, he's rapping this man's character and folding him up. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. That's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Like, what? What? Come on,
I make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he assigned to that nigga.
Like, come on. That's your... So when you trying to flip that, like, you know, drop it, give me 50, give me push-ups, you clowning him for the same shit that you was already in yourself. And y'all both got out of that. But you can't clown him and rap that when you was in the same shit that you was signed to a nigga Wayne, who was signed to a nigga that was Baby, who said he was signed to that nigga. Like, what you mean, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dog. Trying to cease and desist on that Like That record. I like this bar too, though, by the way. We're going to talk about that too.
Cease and desist on a Like That record? Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'm going to get back to that for the record. Why would
I think a lot of people was wondering that bar at the time, and I still think a lot of people might be figuring it out. But like the cease and desist on the Like That record, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. Yeah, I like that record. Now for me, I just look at, he was already telling you I'm about to go back to back, and I like that record, but I'm gonna get back to that for the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna back to back you and get the record on you, and that record's gonna be the record. That's how I looked at that, because back to back was basically what Drake did on Meek Mill, but then he took it and flipped it with doom 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 with Meet the Grands, and then it said doom 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 doom, and that was the final blow. Hey, he addressed it here. He was telling you everything they was doing in the song. Everything in the song, he already told you what was going to happen in this battle. This song was the precursor. And this is also why, for me, this is by far the best song in this battle. Like That gets the charts. Like That gets up there. But this is the best diss. Also, let me know what the best diss in this whole shit, too, is. I got Euphoria first. We're going to talk about the rest later.
What, you ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. And giving them tools.
That shit was so disrespectful. I can see why Drake was a little mad. You making fun of the little homie song, bro. Like, don't talk to my dad like that. Ha, ha. You know, whatever that shit was. Like, so I can see why this is where Drake would get mad. But he ain't had nothing else but that to be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking drop the button. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I see him, bro. I see him. It was warranted, but he fucked up.
To walk through life like day by day. Know nothing about that. Teaching new morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, this 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that.
Listen. He's probably like, what the? That's why I'm like, what you talking about 20v1? He's even like, what you talking about 20v1? I ain't having niggas group up on you, dog. This is me and you, mano a mano. What my man said, let's meet up and die. This is him talking about let's meet up and die. This is meet up and die shit.
Consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, this 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joe Hell Austin. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my 6'6" telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in their coffin. Yeah, OB-ho niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I
tell him like what you. Nah, he ain't. Listen, dog. Drake ain't out rapping shit. He ain't out rapping shit. My man, even if he might have messed up this whole 6 cent shit, but it worked, you know what I'm saying? But once again, I'm a blick niggas all in the coffin. Yeah, OBO niggas is dick riders trying to run to America to imitate heritage, but they can't imitate this violence. Because once again, they be moving the cat like, because once again, the Canadian dudes, all the top five, whatever the fuck his name is, all those dudes, like, they come on the net and they be talking this super gangster shit online, trying to imitate what they've seen in the movies and all this shit like that, and then try to go online and run the tough guy shit. I ain't never really knew when it was cool to be tough on the net. I ain't really from the era where dudes expose their stories on the net. I'm not really from the era of all this net shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the net shit is supposed to be the fun shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to expose your real life situations and all that shit on the net. And I think that's where a lot of rappers be fucking up at. And we be wondering why the hip hop police be watching, because niggas talk too much online about what they may be actually still involved with and doing this on platforms. It makes no sense. It's nasty work.
We whole niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. You can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at Newhall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheese and fam. We can do
flipping the Crody to fam. Like, he's doing them dirty in this song, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He doing Drake dirty in this shit.
Now on the camera, Crody. Hey, fuck y'all niggas. I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punk y'all niggas. They punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas. And fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't wanna do. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
Fatality. Listen, he destroyed that nigga on that one, man. You already know what we got going on. Euphoria destroyed TaylorMade and Push-Ups. Kendrick's up 3-0. I mean, it's already, in my opinion, it was really a sweep, man. Like, we just revisited in the year because, once again, we got this new narrative out here that's saying that Drake out-rapped Kendrick, and I'm not seeing it right now. I am not seeing the way that he out-rapped Kendrick, not in the slightest, not in the littlest bit. There is nothing where I can say that he out-rapped him, dog. Like, he did him dirty for 6 minutes and 23 seconds, dog, and just let him know what was going on. Like, he let him have it all 6 minutes. What up, Jorge? What's going on with you? He let him have it all 6 minutes, man. Let me know in the comments and in the chat below what y'all thinking, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about that. Like, I got Kendrick up 3-0 right now, man. And Drake was fighting hard in the beginning. He was fighting hard, but I think after this, I think Drake was still like, all right, like, this is smooth. But he didn't take heed to any of these words that was mentioned in the song, as far as, like, it's a friendly fade, don't speak on the family, it can get deep in the family, Crody. He's doubled back on the leave the family shit alone, and Drake didn't listen to it. And I think even when he was like, I think I hate the word, when you say the word nigga, and then he doubled back at the end, being like, we don't hear you say nigga no more. And then once again, Drake did not take heed to the fucking the message. And I think that was another poor move, in my opinion. Was, once again, it wasn't about Drake saying the word nigga, because I never looked at Drake outside of anything besides being black. I knew he was half black, half Jewish. I knew that. But Drake always going to be a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? He's always going to be a black man. But, you know, and I got what he was trying to say on that, because he's speaking on something deeper than that. But a lot of people took that and tried to run with, like, yeah, Drake shouldn't say, like, I will tell you right now, I've seen some people that really was considering like, why is Drake say nigga? And I'm like, dog, stop it. Like stop trying to act like he can't say it, bro. You listen to plenty of songs where this motherfucker was doing that shit the whole time. Don't do it now because Kendrick is saying it and not the way that you're thinking about it. That's the main part. Like the way Kendrick said it, that wasn't how like it was supposed to be interpreted, and that's where I think where Drizzy kind of messed up a little bit too. Which once again, he's not really connected as were led to believe. I think because if you would have listened to that the right way, I don't think I would have started the track like this. Oh, I can't even get to it yet. Damn, that would have been great. But I wouldn't have started the track, dog, with my mom's being like, maybe you shouldn't say, and then you come out, nigga, I said, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was stupid, but I still found it funny because I didn't know until after the fact that it was Drake's mom on here initiating it, which I was like, that could be received a different way. I don't know. But that's just what it was, man. So let me know what y'all thinking here. We're going to get into the next song, which the next one was 616 in LA. Which I believe this is when Drake was playing the internet games, was trolling, and doing just a lot of weird stuff, which like it led into, just him being like, this is another warning. I think that was, people didn't perceive this too well. And I'm like, I don't consider this versus more of like, this is just an interlude and a warning to like, what is to come if you keep playing like this. That's what I think that really was. I think people expected it to be some scathing diss and just something crazy and ridiculous, but nah. That was just a warning shot. So we're going to get right back into that, man. We're going to hop right in. We're moving right along. We are moving right along. And what we now know is because I was wondering why the fuck that was making that noise in the beginning too. So once again, Kendrick was diabolical with his approach about all this because there was a lot of like subliminal, secretive ass stuff that was going on. Which whatever came out of that, the situation with the sound, something came out of it. But like, was it true? Was it not true? Like that's where I want to know if that was true. With the dude that he pushed out some hotel or some shit.
Yeah. There's survival. I think somebody lying. Smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire. Off-white Sunseeker had the marina. Fuck a phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler, spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Cali's dwellings.
He's flowing the fuck out of this on that. And I think the 616 in LA is just representing, I think, the Tupac shit. It represented a whole lot of shit that I don't have off the top of my head right now. But I like this, man. It's just a precursor, bro. It's not like I don't even really consider it a diss, but I do at the same time. Like, it's one of those, like, it's a part of the diss collection. But he didn't really kill him at that point. He's just like, you doing this trolling bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I think this is when he was just posting pictures of Ant and all this shit like that. So
it's in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself but not far short. Raise my hands to a fallen sky. I fantasize me jumping planets, immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me? I come from love, Estelle. Cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from. Often I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the the layers back. Ain't no brownie points will be in your chest, harassing and fucking with good people, make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog, that's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash, dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever? Let's see. Have you ever?
This is when I was like, yo, this. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Like, he's playing games with him, bro, because it's like you already mentioned Have you ever in the first shit. Now you about to be like, yo, you finally ready to play Have you ever? So he's sticking to the let's play Have you ever game. You know what I'm saying? He was homing in heavy on Have you ever? Like now he's like, yo, OVO is working for me. Which who was working for him, dog? Who in OVO was working, dog?
Thought that OVO was working for me. Fake bully, I hate bully.
Maybe that was just a smoke screen and wordplay, and it was just mind games. I think that was just mind games. That was mind games, dog. That was my games.
You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't pussy slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have its day. Now living your purpose. It was fun until
Can't Tootsie Slide, that song from Drake, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna resurface every dog, because you know what I'm saying, the dogs for all my dogs and shit. Yeah, he's out rapping Drake, dog. I'm sorry.
you start to put money in the streets. They lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW. No, you can't sleep. These images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas.
He's talking about you the real extortion dude, my guy. You really the extortion guy, not me. All my guys, I got a solid player, but you getting extorted for real, for real. That's what he's just saying all in that lyric right there.
That you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty, and one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Just don't got.
I feel like he's definitely just talking about chubby chubs too on the low. I just feel like he's definitely talking about chubs.
The audacity to tell you, but let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam. They figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing. I need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
Woo! I forgot he did that too. Since you want to be Mike and shit, listen, you know, you are not alone. You know what I'm saying? That's a Mike song and everything. I like this one too. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like, it was light, but once again, he's really coming at him from every angle as far as who he is as a person, as a character, like the facade. He broke down the character, and I think that's the best thing you can do in rap, where I think a lot of rappers are, you know what I'm saying, in that gimmicky image phase of things. There's a lot of real rappers, but there's a lot of rappers not living out what they rap about too. You know what I'm saying? And this happens to be one of them, and he's exposing it. I think that's the biggest thing you can do in a battle, is expose a phony. You know what I mean? Because that'll get you over a lot.
Losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing. I need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
And it's fact, because obviously look who he was dissing in the beginning. You know what I mean? As far as he mentioned act, you know what I mean? It's probably all the OVO malls and all that too, because there's narratives that's getting pushed, and like, it's not forced opinions, because you can't force anybody to think of anything, but the power of these platforms is the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So if you're forcing your opinion out there for people that's following you, people, like, it's only natural if people don't like to think in their own to just be subjected to what somebody else is telling them. So that's kind of what he's getting at. He's like, look, I see what's going on all around me. I don't got to be online. I don't got to be on any of this shit, but I'm watching everything that's happening from afar. I see this. I see the angles. You know what I'm saying? This is easy. This is easy work for me. You're not going to win it like that. And then, you know, that was all cool and great. That was a great song, you know what I mean? But then, you know, this is when the red button means and shit. Once again, your internet games is losing steam, because he played into everything Kendrick was saying and not even realizing that he was playing into it. Because right after this, I think he went right to fucking Instagram or whatever and had to, you know, peek it from like whatever, and was like the red button and shit. And then a few hours later, we got this.
Why'd I say I'd man the grill? I don't man things. Just find the knob that makes.
See, what sucks is when I ain't got the ads and shit, and when it goes time to be doing some smooth shit like I be trying, the ads be fucking it up, dog. So like the transitions don't be as good as I thought, B.
Maybe in this song?
So yeah, man, we got Family Matters, which I remember also being like, hey man, if Drake drops this music video, dog, it could be looking real spooky for Kendrick because right now it was still close. In real time, it was still close. You know what I'm saying? I think you can say in real time this was close, but now since we're fast forwarding, in real time it was close. You know what I'm saying? It was tied. Maybe some people. I still think Kendrick was up, and I still think he's up right now. He's up 3-0, and I'm not sure if this music video, Family Matters, is gonna be the one that does it for me because this is where the most important shit started happening. Everything else was cute, but it picked up steam right here. As soon as this red button dropped, it picked up right here. And this is where I think he fucked up, dog. All across the board. I can tell you where I tuned out for a second.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
Nigga, I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad.
I mean, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. And I did like it at first, but I was just waiting though, because I'm just like, all right, I gotta see. Because for me, I knew this was like a playoff of push-ups. So I was waiting to see what angle he was taking here. And I think this is where this song, 7 minutes and 36 seconds. How many times you go at Kendrick in this? And this is after Kendrick gave you a whole 9 minutes and some change, 2 songs dedicated to you. And you've yet to do a real song dedicated to him. So this was the moment right here. But he chose not to go that route.
Yeah, drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it PG. I was really trying to keep it PG. If you had a set, they give your ass a DP. To civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really.
And what's funny is that I actually checked out earlier than I thought, actually, because you know all this was cool. You was singing to the nigga and shit. You was doing your melodies and stuff, and pulling his card, basically making him seem like he a whole nigga and he a fake gangster. But hey,
really bang and set my P. Really trying to keep it PG. If you had a set, they give your ass a DP. To civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really bang and set my nigga YG. You know who really bang and set my nigga Chuck T. You know who even bang and set out there CB. And nigga.
Yeah, so this is where I got mad at. This is where I'm like, alright, everybody you naming right now, it's not as clear cut as you want, because one, this is where I think he thought he had Cali on his side. That's one. I think this is where he fucked up as well. The only person he had on his side was Game. You know what I'm saying? After this, I mean, CB might have been around, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I thought him and CB also had beef, but I think I lost credibility of that bar because he mentioned CB at the end, when we know what the deal is with that. You know what I'm saying? He's not really a blood. So for you to mention that, I'm like, bro, he's not even from there. So everything that you're rapping about, I'm like, that could be who you talking about being like he really reps his set. Like, yeah, he does all that, but he's from the South, where it's a little different. And he wasn't doing none of that until he got out to Cali. I hate to say it, but a lot of rappers get out to Cali and they start repping these sets and shit. And I always think it's lame. But alright, cool, bet. We've seen, like, we forget. They act like we ain't seen what they was doing before, and they was never on that type of time before. So
cold, losing sleep on this, it ain't me. You better have some paperwork or that shit fake tea. Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. I mean, it's true, a nigga slime me for my AP. Just like how Metro nigga slime him for his main squeeze. Out here begging for attention, nigga, say please. So yeah, always rap.
It sounds like he's just coming at, once again, we at the thick of this shit right now. I don't need you to be focusing on Metro, Future, Ross. I don't need you focusing on them right now. You spending too much time with them right now. This is where I think this song was not as good as everybody thinks it is, especially if we talking about these rap beef in Kendrick versus Drake. This was not a Kendrick versus Drake song. And at this point, you needed Kendrick versus Drake at this point. At this juncture, this needed to be a Kendrick versus Drake thing.
For his main squeeze, out here begging for attention, nigga, say please. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that line the first time I heard it, and I still didn't like it the second time, because it just shows, if you listen to that diss, dog, and how he broke you down as one not being for the culture and all that, that's just not the route that you should have probably took. I get the angle, but even when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, well, this shit's whack, because you didn't listen to the first song. I was already feeling that way. I didn't even want to listen because I got mad at this point. I'm like, what do you mean, my nigga? Like, you can't say that after he just tried to convince you and pull your whole card and shit. You know what I'm saying? And now you talking about you rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. All right, then bet. You know, you lost, but I think you was miscalculated here with that one throughout the whole thing, which goes again. I thought he didn't listen later on. He ain't listen from the start to finish. Drake didn't listen to a single thing from start to finish. Like, he need better ghostwriters for that. The ghostwriters should have caught all that.
Say please, always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like an activist. It's make believe. Don't even go back to your hood and plant on money trees.
And once again, that's dope because I know what he's referring to, but he ain't rapping better than nigga right now.
I hate the girls I fuck, but what you really mean? I've been with black and white and everything that's in between.
You don't care.
You the black messiah wiping up a mixed queen.
That's crazy.
And hit vanilla cream to help out with your son.
Damn. So he's doing his thing on this too, but I'd go back to like I don't know what Whitney's ethnicity really is. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what the ethnicity is on that, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it 100%.
Self-esteem. Also, Bobby shit, I wanna know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens.
See, once again, the focus ain't even on the target, it's on his lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything we talking about is, once again, you throw it at him, you're like, I bet. But you're going off of things you know from, or what you think you can understand or interpret from Mr. Morale. Because I do remember him mentioning something about that and messing with some white girls.
I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. You the black messiah wiping up a mixed queen. And hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. Also, Bobby shit, I wanna know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could have left the kids out of this, don't blame me.
See, that's where I'm like, what Kendrick did and how he did it versus how you're like, all he did was, because I don't think a lot of people realize that he mentioned his son in that bar with the "you know now about that." Like, that's referencing his son, because it's not about, because if it was him just talking about him as a dad, which was later on in the bars and shit, I can see, but I think he's really directing that towards like, damn, you made fun of my kid's song, nigga. Because there's a song where it's like, don't come at my dad like that. You know what I'm saying? We all remember the song on World Star Help. We all seen it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think that's where that came from. And that's why he's doing that. But he's going all the way in with it. I don't think that warranted for that. Because, once again, he didn't really mention your son. He just mentioned you about the son shit. So, it's, once again, a misinterpretation. And then he goes to his best angle, which is the women. And the kids is new. But that's also because he has a kid now, so he's going to throw that element in there. The kids is new, but the girl thing has always been a consistent thing with Drizzy Drake.
You a dog and you know it, you just play sweet. Your baby mama Cash was always screaming, save me. You did it dirty all your life, you tryna make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
So, once again, how is my man out rapping Kendrick on this when he's rapping just gossipy ass little girl shit? Like, why you don't kiss your girl? Why you don't post your girl? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? This just sounds like a fucking Instagram girl who lives off of memes and fucking and reels and shit, who's like concerned about why you're not on the internet showing off your family. And it's like, because real niggas don't need to do that to validate that they have a good family and shit and all that shit going on. You can, you know, living in secrecy is fine. Not everything got to be there. So it's funny how he's really, once again, going back and revisiting, homie's not focused on Kendrick at all. He's more focused on Whitney, B. You know what I'm saying? He's more focused on Whitney, his kids not being his, and so forth. Not one time have I, like, he focused on Kendrick more, now that we're talking about this in real time, he focused more on Kendrick and push-ups than he did in this. And I don't know if it's because he's like, I'm trying to keep it PG, but now I'm rated R. You know what I'm saying? I'm rated R, NC-17, so now I'm just going to come at your kids and your girl. But yeah, he's not, once again, the Kendrick disses is not out-rapping what Drake did as far as he did with his disses, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? So
don't make it day freeze, cause if your GM is your BM secret BD, then this is all making plenty fucking sense to me. Hey, let that shorty breathe, shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for free. Yeah.
Come on, dog. Like, yo, he's disrespecting Whitney hard, bro. He's flipping this shake your ass for free, shake your ass for Drake. Is that Sexy Red shit? Which, once again, dope that he's going back to doing some Sexy Red shit with the get it sexy, all that shit, because he said, I believe when you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. Cool. But your bars aren't towards Kendrick, my guy. They're about things revolving Kendrick, where it's like, you not rapping about, you rapping towards this girl, and this girl can't respond and rap at you back. That's why she was in the video, you know what I'm saying? That's why she did all that. So it's like, she can't rap back at you. You coming at Dave free. And Whitney, my guy, like, none of this is Kendrick. And it goes back to as well, too, the lie started here. If you want to be technical, the lie started all here when he started making the allegations and everything else. And this is why you get Meet the Grams. This is exactly why you get Meet the Grams. And that's the thing, I think the concept of where people are not getting it with this lie shit. He lied from the moment he started doing, I heard one of the little kids might be day free. That's where the lie started. It ain't started at Meet the Grams. Started right here. We gonna scream that. We gonna scream that shit every single time. The lie started at day free. Once he started getting into that whole bit, he ain't out rapping nobody. He just talking some gossipy shit, man.
Yeah. We're not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave. Yo, man, a Lil K. We call that shit a mini Drake. He always said
that was a disrespectful bar, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was a lie. That was a line. That was a line.
My nigga Dave. Yo, man, a Lil K. We call that shit a mini Drake. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what I say. I know you like to keep it short.
So it goes back to like the same critique that we would give the MGK about like his beard is weird and all that shit. We got to keep the same energy for short jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like these short jokes and these short lines don't hit to be like he's out rapping anybody. Like, you already told me your midget ass need to drop and give me some push-ups, so like I'm already cool with like you to be being there.
Yeah. But we're not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave. Yo, man, a Lil K. We call that shit a mini Drake. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what I say. I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase.
I like that was a bar though. That was a bar. I ain't gonna lie. I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase. All right, this scheme was cool. I'm hating. I'm being a hater right now. Let me tell you, I'm being a little bit of a hater, but that was a scheme right there. That was a scheme.
Shit, a mini Drake. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what I say. I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase. Knew it was smoke when Abel hit us with the serenade. Niggas say, almost started reaching for my waist.
I ain't gonna lie, I did like that. In real time, like, had me started reaching for my waist. I did like that shit. That shit was smooth, B.
I'm in a spot, drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it. Yeah, let's stop playing around and take this shit serious, like. Niggas is a joke, I take it serious, though. Yeah. Look, if Drake shooters doing TikToks, nigga really shooting in your gang, that's peace, brother. Y'all ain't getting shit shot, nigga. Can't listen to the slick talking falsetto, saving for a hip hop, nigga. You don't even be at home, dog. You a souvenir out the gift shop, nigga. Still mad about that one hoe. We ain't even fuck. I just lip lock with her. I get active when it's wartime. I ain't even really let my dick drop.
This is his best flow though. He flowed the best on when that beat switched. When that beat switched, that shit went. But once again, it ain't directed towards homie like that. It's focusing on all these other niggas. And that's my big thing. But I'm playing it back. I really like how he rapped on that. If Drake shooters doing TikTok,
niggas is a joke. I take it serious though. Yeah. Look. If Drake shooters doing TikToks, nigga really shooting in your gang, that's peace, brother. Y'all ain't getting shit shot, nigga. Can't listen to the slick talking falsetto, saving for a hip hop, nigga. You don't even be at home, dog. You a souvenir out the gift shop, nigga. Still mad about that one hoe. We ain't even fuck. I just lip lock with her. I get active when it's wartime. I ain't even really let my dick drop, nigga. What the fuck? I heard Rick drop, nigga. Talking something about a nose job, nigga. Ozempic got a side effect of jealousy and doubt. I never told y'all niggas put a nigga in the bars, let a nigga rock, kinda like your old job, nigga. House sitting on some.
Yo, he rapped his best, bro. When he rapped at these other niggas, bro. I'm sorry. His best bars is when he's rapping at these other niggas, dog. His best bars is when he rapped at these other niggas. I'm sorry. He ain't rapped the best towards Kendrick, though. He ain't rapped the best towards Kendrick, and that's what this is about. This ain't about the side missions. Ain't nobody come to this show Ain't nobody listen to all this music to be like, oh yeah, I want to see Drake battle, 20v1, but like, because nobody really paid attention to the other disses. Maybe Champagne Moments, that's it. But nobody gave a fuck about that other shit, so why you care? But he's flowing though, he's flowing.
But it's how no one even really know y'all niggas. Bitches gotta drive 2 hours for you pay them just to give a blowjob. Nigga must have started up a snowball, cause my last record deal was 400 M's. These days, that's a low bar, nigga. Hey, who's next on the list? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? Always knew I had to smoke y'all niggas. Good kid, man, city van, will pot the legend, make the door slide. Tears running down my cheek, laughing at you, pussy dying. It's a war cry. Weekend music getting played in all the spots where boys got a little more.
Once again, he gave him something, dog. He gave him something, but then said, all right, I'm going to go right back to just 20v1 shit because that's the narrative I'm putting out here. He doesn't give Kendrick all the bars, bro, and that's my critique on that. He don't get... Listen, if he would have just kept going off of...
Niggas, which one of my so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? Always knew I had to smoke y'all niggas. Good kid, man, city van, will pot the legend, make the door slide.
I thought
running down my cheek,
that was the only Kendrick shit. That was the only Kendrick shit.
Your music getting played in all the spots where boys got a little more pride. That's why all your friends dip into Atlanta paying just to find a tour guide. Able run your fucking bread, need to buy some more chains for some more guys. Let me find another street nigga I could take to the game courtside. Let me get a used Ferrari for a rapper, take the nigga on a horse ride. Anything to take a spotlight off the fact the boss is a drugged out little punk sissy from the north side. Rock him talking shit again. Gas cause
see, ASAP Rocky. Now I think honestly the reason why Drake was going so hard on the other niggas like that, because I don't think Drake's homework wasn't getting completed on the main opponent. You know what I mean? Because all this rapping sounds like he knows information on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? He knows personal information. He's been around them too much, so he can rap this and have it sound fucking fire. To the point where, yeah, he'll do that, talk about them most of the time, but then throw some Kendrick shit in there where it's like, yeah, he out rapping, he's fucking Kendrick. No. Most of these lyrics in here, 75 to 80% of them are towards dude. You know what I'm saying? Right now, at this point in the song. You know what I'm saying? 75 or 80% of these lyrics are not towards dude. You know what I mean? There's a 15% of them that, like, it's relatable and you'd be like, okay, he's talking Kenny, but he's still playing off 20v1, which if that's how you was going to spin it, you should have just kept push-ups and this as one big song. And once again, give Kendrick your full, undivided attention. Because he gave you 12 minutes plus. You ain't even give him a song yet. Your song came later. Your only Kendrick diss was Heart Part 6. Solo. Like, only solo diss record was Heart Part 6. And you seen the results of that. But we going to let it finish, though.
You hit my BM first, nigga, do the math who I was hitting in. I ain't even know you rap still, cause they only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have a kid.
That's crazy. My man's still saying, like, yeah, I was fucking your BMs. And that's what's lame, too. Like, you was fucking, or no, you was fucking my wife or whatever, but, like, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look. I'm like, it's mine. You can act like, yeah, it's like both ours. But, nigga, I won the ultimate. I won the end game. I got C with it. I'm married to her. We in this industry. You know what I'm saying? So, industry things you gotta look at a little bit differently versus real life situations. But he's like, I'm in the industry, I got one of the baddest chicks in the game, one of the richest females in the game, and I'm doing my thing, and I seeded it up. I'm set, my nigga. So yeah, if you hit before or you hit when I was in the beginning, nigga, clearly that ain't lock it up. So it's always one of those, you hit it, nigga, but you the pass, nigga.
Hit again for you think of dropping any shit again. Even when you do drop, they gon' say you should've modeled cause it's mid again. Smoking 50, but they should've put you on the first one trying to get it in. Ask Spring if this a good idea the next time you cut it in a bed again. Shit, even tell your leader boy alone before you get your head split again. Pluto shit made me sick to my stomach, we ain't never really been through it. Lil Wayne, he a fucking lame, so I know he had to be an influence. These niggas had a plan and they finally found a way to rope into it. 2 separate albums dissing, I just did a Kim to it. Nigga skimmed through it. Me and Savage had the hoes dripping wet at shows, almost had to swim to it. K-Dot shit is only hitting hard when Baby King put his pen to it. Ross calling me the white boy and the shit kinda got a ring to it. Cause all these rappers waving white flags while the whole fucking club sing to it. Murder scene on your man tonight, then come to vigil with the candlelight. Body at the fucking body and Rick reading my Miranda rights. I'm going on vacation, I hope next time y'all plan it right.
But I hope y'all know he did it again. He was like, he's doing everybody else super dirty. And then he comes in like, K-Dot's only hitting when King puts it. He just throws some shit out there where it's like, yeah, K-Dot got ghostwriters. I don't believe that's true, but that's what he tried to do in there. But once again, we're watching this in real time, man. We're reflecting again. None of these bars are really like damaging towards Kendrick in this battle. And there's 2 different conversations that are to be had here. we're saying that he out rapped Kendrick on this song, but these ain't, excuse me, these aren't disses towards Kendrick though. Like the out rapping pieces for this particular song, which is in this whole thing, this is Drake's best rapping. I will put that out there. This is by far Drake's best rapping. Like this song here gives you Drake's best rapping abilities, but at this point we're about 4 or 5 tracks in, 3 tracks in, whatever, and your focus is not where it needs to be. At this point, we're in a rap battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, not Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro, who doesn't rap, Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky. Like that's not what we're here for. At this point, this is the battle where it's really you got to address this, and I think that's what fucked him up. But I don't think he had enough. He had enough homework on him, and that's why he's like, I got to do this. This is why he has to take this angle. I think he knew from jump he didn't have enough to rap 4 songs just towards Kendrick.
Cause you gotta pay for saying my name. Guess now niggas understand the price now. Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man of the house. West Coast niggas do fades, right? Come get this ass whooping, I'm handing them out. You wanna take off a...
Which I think also doesn't age too well as either. If like we're going off what they saying, like he offered the fade a couple of times and you didn't want the fade, so. But that whole where's your uncle at? I need the man in the house. Cool, that was cool. This is the Kendrick. So we get almost 2 minutes, not even really 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We get under 2 minutes of an actual Drake verse Kendrick verse here. This is the only time throughout this song where he dedicates a full verse towards Kendrick. 1 minute and 30 and some change. You know what I'm saying? Out of a 7 minute and 36 second song. That tells me everything I need to know. But he out rap Kendrick though. I guess he out rap Kendrick, right? He out rap Kendrick.
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man of the house. West Coast niggas do fades, right? Come get this ass whooping, I'm handing them out. You wanna take off for real? Then come get his legacy out of my house. A cease and desist.
I ain't gonna lie, I did like that, but this hurt me though. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm more of a Pharrell guy, so when I'm like, damn, you got all his shit, and then you tell him to come buy this shit, like that was disrespectful. That was disrespectful.
I'm out. You wanna take off for real? Then come get his legacy out of my house. A cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to lies that come out of your mouth. You caught a two-pack of steak and begged them to sue me and get that shit down. I'm losing perspective on beef. Boy went to send beat and I kill you for fun. Your daddy got robbed by Top. I'm losing perspective on beef. Boy went to send beat and I kill you for fun. Your daddy got robbed by Top. You stunning and Wayne like father like son. Anthony set up the plays. Kojo be charging you double for none. They shook about what I'ma say. But texting your phone like we already won. You tell me what I shouldn't say. But fucking my nigga, it's already done. We already know it's a 20.
See, and it's funny. That would have been fine if you're like, you tell me what I shouldn't say, because it's like, maybe you shouldn't say nigga no more, and he did it right there. And that's where another miscalculation comes in the beginning, where you took that approach. And once again, I think you shouldn't have had your moms on there doing that. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And if all with that, it just shows how disconnected you might have been in that situation. But that is it is. And then you follow up a couple bars later where it sounds like you're trying to get slaves free. That fucked you up. This song fucked you up when it comes to the Kendrick aspect of this shit. Because once again, this is what this was about. This was supposed to be really the red button for Kendrick, but this was the red button for everybody that didn't matter.
20v1, we already know why you went number one. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot. You right about fuck the big 3. It's only Big D and it's video proof. My son should.
You know, that line never really aged well too, because I'm just like, bro, like, you know, that's why this narrative is like, you know what's on Twitter, bro. You know what's going on and shit. So I get it, but I'm also like, that don't age too well with the angle that he's already pulling on you that you don't see coming yet, that you do not see coming yet. What's that? I never peeped that. Hold on. Michael Jackson, Shantae sings Kanta. Oh, okay.
Go play at the park. 2 light-skinned kids. The shit will be.
Damn, that's subliminal as fuck. I didn't catch that shit the first time, dog. The black and white shit. He did that on purpose. There was a meaning for that. Hold on.
It's already done. We already know it's a 20v1. We already know why you went number one. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot. You right about fuck the big 3. It's only Big D and it's video proof. My son should go play at the.
That's crazy that he emphasized on that. Did anybody ever call that out before? Let me know in the comments and in the chat below. Did anybody ever point this out about the Michael Jackson black and white song? And obviously there's been this whole, you know, it don't matter if you black or white, and like, you know, he's playing out the, you know, the Michael Jackson scheme in this song right here, and the bars coming up. Like, did anybody ever point that out? Because that's very interesting that stands out right then and there. I like that though. I like it. Very strategic, and that's why I think the music video was very important during this battle, and he was the first person to pull that move. Which honestly, if Kendrick never dropped a video, and obviously Not Like Us, I think things would have been a little different. But Not Like Us was just hitting because the video never even came out yet. That was months, which was crazy too. So Not Like Us really just smashed all this shit, dog. That's crazy. Meet the Grands, which was probably the worst song out of this whole battle, smashed this. That's funny though. That's funny.
Shit will be cute unless you don't want to be seen with anyone that isn't blacker than you. We get it. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get that you like to put gin in your juice. We get that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl.
Again, I like that whole scheme too. I like that. You know what I'm saying? We got it. You like to put jig in your juice? Thinking you're bigger than juice?
One that isn't blacker than you. We get it. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get that you like to put gin in your juice. We get that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl. It's
basically saying you a fake tough guy, like, but also flipping like, I know you think you Pac and you look up the Pac and all that, but he's saying, bro, you a fake tough guy. Dope. I'm not gonna lie.
You like to put gin in your juice. We get that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense because she bigger than you? Your back is up against the curb.
Once again, more lies. Like, just as much as he doubled down on the PDF stuff that everybody's upset about, my man did a whole 7 minutes about the kid not being his and him being somebody that puts his hands on his girl. So it's the same shit.
You digging for dirt, should be digging for proof. Why did you move to New York? Is it cause you live in that bachelor life? Proposed in 2015, but don't wanna make her your actual wife. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening right, cause we know the girls that you actually like. The darkest secrets are coming to light. It's all on your face like what happened to Mike. Oh shit, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was praying his features would change, so people believe that he's actually white. Top will make you do features for change. Get on pop records and rap for the whites. And wait, you say your brother Jermaine, but you only here to stay out of the light. Oh shit, just follow me right, cause nothing you saying could bother me right. I get off the plane and nothing has changed. I handed the lala with all of my ice. Handed the lala with all of my ice. Handed the lala with all of my ice.
Yeah, it's like, I'll be up in LA with all my ice, don't you worry. Which, hey, I believe that to be true, too. I don't think Drake is the type that would get robbed, but he also got too much security. So, like, that's, you know, that's like a, you know, I get it, but not really.
Shit gotta be over by now for anyone out here that's calling it right. You did. You did. You did. There's nowhere to hide, there's nowhere to hide, you know what I mean. They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seemed. You did.
I always thought that shit was so whack, my nigga. All sweet looking with the ring, with the fucking chain and shit. That shit was sweet. This is Drake's best song. I will say that for one. This is by far Drake's best song out of the whole battle. Better than Push-Ups, better rapping. And I can see why people would say this is the better song. But once again, it goes back to it's a song and it's not a diss record that was hitting. It didn't land. The diss didn't land, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. This diss just did not land like it should have, bro. And that's why I have to give, once again, Kendrick the up. But if we're going in response to what we got, so that's around, was it 3? Yeah, I want to say that's around 3. And or around 4. So let me recap. So first person shooter versus Metro Boomin and Kendrick shit like that. I got Kendrick on the wash and that's the weigh-in, but we'll say round 1 here. But the weigh-in, that's 1-0. You know what I'm saying? We got 1-0 for Kendrick here. Then we got Push-Ups, right? Versus, or Push-Ups and Taylor Made versus Euphoria and 616 in LA. We already know where I'm gonna land with that. You know what I'm saying? Euphoria smashes Push-Ups because that was his reply. His reply was basically to the like that shit, but what kicked off this beef was Push-Ups. What started the whole beef was definitely Push-Ups. Hopefully that shit just figures itself out. Where was he at before I had to check what was going on? All right, and then we had Family Matters in the heat of that. So, Yeah, I got Kendrick up right now, 3-zip. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say we got him up 3-zip right now. Family Matters was a dope video, dope song, but it just doesn't land as far as like if we're talking about a rap battle, and I think this is where we started separating shit as well. Like we started acting like this wasn't a battle and it was about who's gonna make a better song and a better thing that puts things together, which once again, this was the momentum right here. The momentum was Drake pushed the red button. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people didn't respond too well to 616 in LA. They thought it was whatever. But I looked at that as completely as a warning shot, and it was more of like him letting them know, like, don't go there, basically. Don't go there. And then I want to say several hours later, Drake drops the Family Matters, went there. You know what I'm saying? And in consequence of that, because once again, we were watching lives, we were in act shit, and this dropped, and we were all ready to go to bed and be like, well, Kendrick might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick might be in trouble. So in real time, we had Drake up. We had Drake up at that point. But even for me, though, I'm still like, I don't know, Euphoria kind of fucks everything up. But people were comparing it to 616 in LA, where I'm like, nah, you got to go too far with that one. Like, you got to compare 616 in LA to Taylor Made. And once again, that's going to wash Taylor Made all day because Taylor Made wasn't Drake. It was AI. And then Drake at the end. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm always going to put 616 over that all day. So, actually, nah, man. Round one is, because it's all Kendrick right now. Round one is fucking like that. Round two is Euphoria. If you want to count round three as the Taylor Made stuff, I'm going to go 616 in LA. Then, right now, he's down 3-zip, but he dropped Family Matters, which at the end of the day, I never really put him up over after Family Matters because I even said this from the beginning that he never really focused on anything. So then we go into Meet the Grams, which if you're going to go song-wise, I think song-wise, the song is better than Meet the Grams. Family Matters is better than Meet the Grams. You know what I mean? But because we're in this round here, we're in the fucking fourth round, you know what I mean? I got to compare it in the way of like what we're talking about as a diss. And he didn't diss Kendrick enough for me to be giving him the nod. In a 7-minute and 38 song, he gave you a minute and like 30 seconds of a verse directly towards Kendrick. Like he threw shit in there every now and then, but his focus on that was the 20v1 narrative, and that's why he gets points deducted. But because we know how the effect is with music videos, songs, breaking down and all that, Kendrick had to now do the Meet the Grams, which is a very interesting one. We're going to talk about
if you're a beat maker or producer.
It's an interesting one because I think people thought he was lying after the fact. Because obviously once this dropped and how vicious it was, what did Drake do? Hop to Instagram and be like, he's lying about a daughter. That's when the fact check started happening because once again, well, wasn't he lying about domestic abuse and possibly his boy being a father of a child? So why is it lies now? But what you were doing with facts. So this is where the battle started getting not so fun. But I think this track was warranted at the time. The timing, the strategy of it, everything regarding this drop and what this song was on. And then you can take out the daughter verse. Fuck the daughter verse. I don't give a fuck about that verse. Everything else hits. Everything else hits, but we want to talk about lies at that point. But you know why? Because everything else mattered. You know what I mean? Everything else mattered than that. And it stomped on Family Matters. So this is a track that really stomped on Family Matters, B.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest.
He was like, shit, now you was mad that I mentioned your son first before. You will be mad that I'm mentioning this nigga now because I'm going to start the song off by saying his name. And this is a love letter. This is a letter to your family, bitch. A letter to your family, motherfucker.
Takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom.
Dennis.
I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until.
So what's funny, this is the part where we can say let the disrespect begin because Drake was disrespectful with just basically come. Because remember, most of that song was him coming at Whitney and Dave free, not Kendrick. Not Kendrick. His family. They ain't got nothing to do with the raps. So to dedicate all that in the beginning to them, it made no sense. And then you did that whole shit at the end. It was whack. That's why I said I don't really fuck with Family Matters like that. As far as it being a diss. Good song, like everybody says, but not a good diss.
We grown, and you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor, since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there.
We remember that shit. Somebody definitely pissed on this dude's leg, because we forget that there was a time where Drake was like the bitch, of like the industry, and then he just had to click up with people and get some swag, get a beard, you know what I mean, get some braids. He had to mold himself into not the corny guy that we first seen him as, that just made great music. You know what I mean? That's really what it was.
Yeah, pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business. That's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never cold switch.
Once again, facts. You can be a bitch even if you got bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes back to the money shit. You can be having all this money, but you can still be a lame. You can still be the dude that gets shorties and do all that. But if it comes to this combat or this man-to-man shit, you still a square. You know what I mean? That's what basically we saying. And then never code switch. We see what Drake do. We know what Drake be doing. And it sucks in the black community that we got to code switch in certain areas and shit. But we see what Drake do, though.
Which, whether right or wrong, you're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some discipline. Don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand that throwing rocks and hiding hands, that's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how he.
It's funny how like, oh, okay, I understand. Nah, these lyrics might be wrong.
Did fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, no throwing rocks and hiding hands. That's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how he treat your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again. Be sure.
You're schooling them about like, yo, don't be a piece of shit like your dad, bro. Don't be a piece of shit like your dad. You see how you treat your moms, bro. You see how you treat your mom.
You with, that's how he treat your moms. Don't have a kid to be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost.
And that's the thing. I don't think anybody peeped right here as well. I think I said this in my last reaction when I did a recap way before when I like first hopped onto this shit. Don't have a kid to hide again, be sure. He's already letting you know this nigga got another kid that he's hiding. He's already letting you know that. So it wasn't, dear baby girl. But once again, he's already telling you 95% is lost. You know what I'm saying? Like 5% going to comprehend, the others ain't. I was that 95 that didn't comprehend this shit until he said, dear baby girl. So we was lost. We was lost here. A lot of us was lost here, I think. So everybody's like, okay, what? All right, whatever.
Be proud of who you are. Your strength come from within. A lot of superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you nothing like him. You'll carry yourself.
He's like, your dad ain't even a real one like he claims he is. A lot of superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you ain't nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as a king. This you can't be talking to a nigga kid like this, B. You can't be talking to a nigga kid. But it's too late. It is too late, dog. Drake fucked up by doing what he did it. Drop. It's already was a rap, B.
Office king. Can't understand me right now. Just play this when you 18. Dear Sandra, your son got some habits, I hope you don't undermine them. Especially with other girls that's hurt inside this climate. You're a woman, so you know how it feels to be in alignment with emotions, hoping the man can
see, like, this little therapy family, like, let's sit down on the couch, I'm gonna bring y'all in one by one type of shit. You can't be doing this might age really well based off of just how he did this. Because once again, this ain't about the songs that we should bob our heads and shake our ass to. It's about this, like, this picture that he's painting, this vibe that he's setting. Like, he's setting the mood. And it's a dark mood. It's a dark mood, dog. Like, you start off with Dear Adonis and broke down how his father sucks. And then you go, Dear Sandra, let me explain to you how your son is just all this shit. And don't think because he's mama's little boy that, you know, shit's all fucked up. And I hope you understand that as a woman, you see what he's doing, but you might not understand because you experience these same things with his father. This is what's crazy about this song. Actually, this song might not be the worst one, dog. It might not. I take that back. I said earlier this might have been the worst song, and this is not, but it's still tailor-made in the Heart 6. This is up there. I think it's just, it throws off the mood. It's offsetting. This is one of those offsetting songs, because remember, you get Euphoria, where it's up, you euphoric, you feel it. 616 in LA, it's a soulful thing where you feel like you can ride in a Cutlass or something, you know what I'm saying? You can ride down smooth on a Sunday evening. Push-ups is, you know what I'm saying? You can get your shit off like that, and push-ups, you know, the females can get their shit and do their shit. You know what I mean? All those songs had a feel. Family Matters was just a good little feel song. But this, and imagine after this happens. Yeah, this is off-putting, but it's great though. It's great. When you dissect it, it's great, bro.
see you and not be blinded. Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator. Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should.
I mean, hey, there's certain things where I'd be like, you out here trying to show that you black a little bit too hard by parading your daddy around. But I get it though. Support fathers out here. But that did always early on, because we got to remember, we got to go back a few years. He didn't really start doing that until after. I could have sworn that there were some songs where I feel like he wasn't fucking with his father. And then all of a sudden, when he was growing into Drake, all of a sudden he was around more. He was shown to show that he's black. That's my opinion of how I seen it back then. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments and in the chat below as well.
You ask for more paper and more paper and more paper. I'm blaming you for hard.
I pause that bar.
Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper and more paper. I'm blaming you for heartless gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in the cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualize them with kinks of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex.
Oh, and he's saying that beard. Listen, you need to wear a beard. Wear a beard in certain situations when you're in that game, because sometimes you gotta have a woman on your fit to act like you're not this. That's a thing in Hollywood out here that they be talking about. They be talking about how you got to have a woman on your side to act like you're not another thing. When it's like, yo, just embrace who you are, dog. Embrace who you are. You ain't got to hide it with a beard. So that's a double. It's like, because remember, Drake didn't have the beard either until the swag and all that didn't come until the beard. Before it was like, we just know he made great music, all this shit. He started molding the swag as time went on. He got his VC points and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I see this difference.
Of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on OVO that he keep on a monthly allowance. And child.
So what's funny is that we focus so much on Not Like Us, where he says certified lover boy, certified what. But I'm like, ain't this? He was here. He was there with that here. Even a lot worse though. Like he literally says it here, talking about. You got S offenders on OVO that you keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, and he keep pushing, and he keeping his child around him. He already doubled this. I think because people didn't listen to this as much, he was already on it. Not Like Us wasn't just an out of nowhere thing. That's why I found that interesting.
Should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can live with a purpose. I've been in this industry 12 years, I'ma tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims out inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push
the agenda. So I always was on this, dog, because even when he said this, I never sat well with there's only Big D in his video proof and shit like that. Like, I always found that leak situation very, very suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole thing was always suspicious for me. Now, I took a day off from the internet that day. You know what I'm saying? But from what I've seen, every time I just tried to open up and just do my casual scroll. But once again, when that's happening, there's one of those things where, people be sharing, people be liking. So I just didn't want to scroll and see things. But every time I did scroll, I would open up and see a lot of dudes talking about Mr. Drake and what he did in the video, which was off-putting to me because with what I was gathering, it seemed like this was something that a lot of the women that love Drake should have been like not flaming, but just having my feed flooded with a bunch of them. But instead, my feeds was flooded with a bunch of dudes praising this man's joint. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I figured that's what had happened, because they was mentioning joints and shit. And I was like, what world are we living in where this guy does that and the dudes are on here talking about it? What feed and what Twitterverse am I in where that's happening? That was always strange. But going back to that, this line always, I feel like, was that. And once again, he listened to Family Matters. This sounds like he had this prepared, but he had certain things that he added like this to be like, oh, you want to talk about there's only Big D in this video proof? I got you. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things. Or he had people in OVO working for him for real, and he had this shit sent to him, and he's just like, all right, I'm going to spin this up real quick. You never know, dog, but it sounded like he really had OVO working for him.
Their agendas. To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, or better yet, selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I give you the truth, so I'ma get mines. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time.
And I always say, just because he says this now, this is a song that we're gonna come back to in 5 years or 10 years down the line if shit goes left with all this Hollywood stuff. When it's somebody else's turn next, because I always feel like in those situations, it's conspiracy a little bit, but sometimes it's just your turn. It's just your turn. And we seen how this UMG shit's been going on and everything he's doing with that. Could be his turn. Stay tuned. If he's not going to play nice, it could be his turn. That's all I'm saying. Back to that, though.
Hey, LeBron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry, keep the family away. To anybody that embody the love for their kids, keep the family away. They looking at you too if you're standing by him. Keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives. Keep the family safe.
So it's funny that what's funny is that this message comes across a lot more clear and a lot more dark in this song, and nobody really talks about it as much. Everybody focuses on the A minor, certified lover boy, certified P. But I feel like no one brings up like, well, in Meet the Grams, he gave homie a whole verse in regards to like that type of subject, and that wasn't a problem. But you know what it is? It's because that Not Like Us was popular, and that damages it more than this song. Because if you really had a problem with that, and I'm glad we're kind of here, if there was really a problem with this PDF thing, you would have tied Meet the Grams into it. I think you would have honestly tied Meet the Grams into it at this point, which also lets me know that everything that we talking about this PDF file thing from Not Like Us, which in my opinion is not even remotely close to what we got going on in Meet the Grams here. Nothing close.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world.
So this was definitely the part where I remember, shit, your boy was laying down just like this, listening to this shit, ready to go to bed. I'm like, all right, man, let's see what goes on here. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things. I was like, this song's cool because it was boring. I ain't gonna lie, it was boring. So it was boring but dark. So I'm sitting here, dog. I'm just like, all right, man, like, you know. Yep. Dear baby girl. This is the verse that took me out of my bed. It took me out of the bed. I am not gonna lie. Whether it's fact or not, this woke me up. This was what he needed though, because the song was boring me at first. But once again, as we break it down, this song is up there with actually one of the best disses of it, in my opinion now. But this was the part that had me up.
Girl, he don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure. He a narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try destroying families rather than taking care of his own. She'll be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you. Or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks. Examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and can change your father's mind. Cause our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to. His father probably didn't claim him neither.
It's funny because we don't know the facts about this bar, and I hate that we don't know the facts, because I still don't know if Jay-Z was really a Taibo hoe at 36 in a karate class, so I don't care about the facts, but because this is where we got to, I'm like, yeah, we don't know if this is true, but I'm a realistic guy, and I use logic here. He already said in the beginning to hide a kid, to hide again, to be sure, or something like that, which already implied that, once again, this is not just I'm pulling it out my ass. I'm already telling you in the beginning, but 95% of us was lost. 5% of us probably got it in the beginning, but until here, we was the 95%. You know what I mean? Like, we were the 95%, and he's doubling down on everything because he's already said it in the beginning. And it goes back to, like, whether we believe it or not, we can't act like or rule out that the first kid that we know of is the only kid that he has out there, especially if like he kept that on the low. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to keep other things. And once again, this is Drake, bro. This is Drake. As lame as we can say he is, women still love this nigga. Women still want him to drop the draws. You know what I'm saying? Women still dropping the draws for Drake. That's no question. We gotta keep it 2-player for that. Women still gonna do that for him. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, I believe homie definitely got another child out there. I don't care if people don't believe it and need the proof. I'm using logic here. This is a guy who can get a lot of women out here and do whatever he kind of want when it comes to that. He definitely done shot up a club a few times and he got some kids running around there. It's Drake, dog. It is Drake.
Either history do repeats itself. Sometimes it don't need a reason. But I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child. Give him grace. This the reason I made Mr. Morale, so our babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something. It's hope later. I never want to hear you chasing men cause it's failed behavior. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you who your father is, just play this song when it rains. Yes, he's a hit maker, songwriter, superstar, right? And a fucking deadbeat that should never say more life. Meet the Grams.
And I always liked that because when I heard that shit, that was giving me like, oh, you on your Pusha T shit for real. You know what I'm saying? That gave me, he never get more life. You know what I'm saying? That sewer rap. You know what I'm saying? Rapping like he's from the sewers real quick.
More life, meet the Grams.
More life, meet the Grams. More life. You know what I mean? When he did that shit, I was like, oh, okay.
Dear Hybrid, I know you probably thinking I wanted to crash your party, but truthfully.
And I like how he said that because remember, his party was the Red Button song in the Family Matters, and he's probably like, I know you thought I wanted to crash your party and you was about to be jumping in joy and everybody was about to be enjoying your Family Matters shit, but I don't have a hate born in my body. I just wanted to let you know, like, you had this going on and you said my family's name, so I gotta fuck it up now. I gotta fuck up your shit. I gotta stomp on this Family Matters shit. You brought up my family's name, my guy. He's about to tell you right now. Dear Aubrey.
I don't have a Dear Hybrid, I know you probably thinking I wanted to crash your party, but truthfully I don't have a hating bone in my body. It's supposed to be a good exhibition within the game, but you fucked up the moment you called out my family's name. Why you had to stoop so low to discredit some decent people? Guess integrity is lost when the metaphors doesn't
reach you. And he's telling you right here, like I've been screaming the whole time, like yo, clearly throughout this whole battle in reflection, to say that Drake out-rapped anything, Drake clearly didn't listen enough. You know what I'm saying? He didn't listen enough to peep what was going on and see the plays at hand. You know what I'm saying? He fell for the banana in the tailpipe. He fell for it. You know what I'm saying? He fell for it hard. But once again, if you don't understand the raps of your ghostwriters who might not really understand this rap shit like that too, who knows? But your integrity gets lost when the metaphors don't reach you. And that's why I always felt like the metaphors did not tap into Drake's inner rapper ability to understand, all right, don't go the route that I usually go because this is what's going to be the result of this. And he's telling you in his own words, too, this is what it was, and you fucked up. The metaphors lost you, dog. The metaphors lost. And once again, a rapper's rapper would know this. He didn't know this. He didn't know this, dog. I'm going to tell you that right now. What up, two girls? What's popping? What's happening? Donald, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. What up, bro? Wait, what? What up, Broderick? What's happening?
I like to understand cause your house was never a home. 37, but you showing up as a 7-year-old. You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems, bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting women problems. Therapy's a lovely start, but I suggest some ayahuasca. Strip the ego from the bottom. I try to empathize with you, cause I know that you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but wanna be like so bad that it's puzzling. No dominance. Let's recap moments when you didn't fit in. No secret.
My man said you ain't never been through nothing, but that's a fact. We've seen this kid's life documented the whole time, bro. Like, as much as he wants to be like, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, and the struggles, bro. You was a child actor, my guy. You was a child actor in one of the most popping shows, so you can't front on us and act like you came from a struggle and all this shit, bro. You can't.
Handshakes with your friend, no culture cachet to binge. Just disrespecting your mother, identities on the fence. Don't know which family would love you.
Remember, also with the identity on the fence, like, since this battle started, this has been a battle of Drake's identity and what he really is in the culture. Literally.
It's disrespecting your mother, identity's on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised and personas can channel your masculine.
Bro, he's bodying him, bro. How are you? I don't understand how people can think Drake out rap Kendrick, bro. If we're gonna talk about pure rapping, and we're talking about a rap battle too, like we ain't talking about like, oh, who rap better on a track. We talking about this rap battle. He did not out rap him at all because he didn't even focus on him. How could he out rap somebody that he didn't even rap to? That's what I'm looking at too. Like he barely rapped towards Kendrick in this battle. So if you want to say he rapped good, yeah, sure, he rapped good when he just got on the track and rapped on the beats and mentioned all the other people that he was dissing, but he didn't diss Kendrick.
Will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised and personas can't channel your masculine. Even when standing next to a woman, you a body shamer. You go hide them baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed of them. That's not right. That ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in. Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense. All is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members. They all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself,
pussy. Yeah. Drake, man. Yo, Maul don't know what he talking about, B. Maul out here was saving face, bro. I get it, but the out rap. I mean, he created this video, so I gotta thank Maul for that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta thank Maul for that. He created me to go revisit this shit. I'm like, nigga, you said he out rap, nigga. What you talking about? Then you said I ain't know Euphoria existed. Nah, I gotta go back. my nigga. Maybe we just heard two different songs. But this whole stripping down of Drake's identity, him as a rapper, him as an artist, bro. He did all that in every song. This was a cold sweep. And we didn't even get to we didn't even get to that yet. We didn't even get there because we didn't have to get there yet. We're gonna get there because that's how we're gonna conclude. But dog, to say that somebody out-rapped somebody that didn't rap towards the person that you're saying that they out-rapped, I can't go with that narrative. Best thing I can go with throughout this battle is that Drake had a good song and his best song was Family Matters, but it still doesn't even rank because I'm in the mindset of this is a rap battle. I don't give a fuck how good your song sound. I don't care if like it's making me nod my head. I don't care about that. When I'm listening to a rap battle, because this is what we waited for 20 years or whatever, I'm looking to see how you gonna come at this dude. Pause. And when I listen to Drake shit, yeah, I mean, when I listen to Drake diss, so I'm listening for the disses, he didn't focus on push-ups. And I give a pass on that because that was like, you know, and even then with me giving a pass, I'm like, bro, like, you created the 20v1 narrative. There wasn't a real 20v1. It wasn't like Ja Rule when he was getting jumped by 50 M, D12, Obi Trice, like all these niggas. It wasn't that. You came with the song. You did what you did and diss dudes. You threw dudes in the diss. In fact, you threw dudes into the diss. So dudes responded to you, which now you could play that 20v1, which cool strategy if you're a casual and you're like, oh, okay, bet. And you're not like into the rap beef shit, but you like hearing diss tracks. But that's not how this go. But smooth move by Drake, smooth move. Then the only people that really replied was Rakim, aka ASAP Rocky, because I didn't know his real name, so I was kind of mad that he's dissing Rakim when I first heard it. I'm gonna put that out there now, but I learned that was this nigga's real name. That's how you know I don't really fuck with ASAP like that, and that diss was trash. So I didn't know why you still focus on that. And then champagne moments, you know what I'm saying? Like, I liked it. I was out here before shit went down. I was saying that was the best track. I will be honest with y'all. I was out here saying that was the best track because I just liked it. And he said some shit that just sounded cool. And Rick Ross is kind of good at dissing niggas. I ain't gonna lie. Champagne up in the chain with the wrist's room. Who believes he's moving G's in his Louis V's? Like, I like Ross when he's dissing niggas. I don't be fucking with Ross like that too much. But for some reason, when it comes to dissing, I like Ross on disses. So you went that route, bro, and that's what only people that to my memory and my knowledge that dissed you. So, all right, push-ups is cool. But when you come back with Family Matters, nigga, I need your focus. And I'm going to always say this every single time. Whenever this conversation comes up, Family Matters was not the song that everybody made out to be because he didn't diss Kendrick in that. He gave Kendrick a minute and 25 seconds of a verse at the end, and then he just came at Whitney the entire fucking time. And just was like, why you don't hold your baby? where's Whitney? What's your man's is your BM secret BD? Like, oh my God, these rumors. Like, I see you. Like, I know what's going on out here, but like, I don't understand why you're not on Instagram all the time like me. Like, that was what all of that shit was in Family Matters to me. That like, and I did the voice and everything because that's how I looked at it. It was like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Here's a meme here. Here's a meme there. Here's a meme everywhere. So nah, fuck that. But good song. He killed the beat switch. When the beat switch, he killed that flow. But once again, we are in the thick of the fucking battle, my nigga. I don't need to hear you rapping about you was banging Rihanna while he was with it. I don't need all that. I need you to get at this dude's neck because at this point he gave you 616 in LA and Euphoria, which combines to about 12 minutes of disses. I got 3 minutes of disses from you, and we ain't even get to the Heart 6 yet. So yeah, let me let this finish, dog.
Next to a woman, you a body shamer. You go.
Actually, sorry, as I got into it and going off, y'all ain't here typing and saying, what up, Doe? You know what I mean? What's happening, Doe? Who else I miss out there?
Two Girls, One Pod was popping. Am I missing anybody else? I'm missing anybody else? Because, I like to shout y'all in when y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? I think we good.
Go hide them baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed of them. That's not right. That ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in. Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense. All is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members. They all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
Yeah, that's another win for Kendrick. And even though I said, yeah, Family Matters might be a better song than Meet the Grams, but it's really not. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be like, yeah, I'll ride around and listen to Family Matters, yes. But what's lost is that we're not, in rap battles, we just don't talk about the songs as the song. We talk about a battle in a diss. That's where I got lost. We got, once again, Meet the Grams and Family Matters made this battle very interesting and weird as far as the narrative goes because it shied away from, like, the battle a little bit. It went into, like, fact-checking shit. It went into, like, the daughter shit. It just went, this is where the battle got lost. This is basically where the battle got lost, and it definitely just got a little annoying. But I like that Kendrick didn't let up because now to really close the book on it, he followed up with Not Like Us. And I give Meet the Grams a 10. I got to give it a 10 because everybody's hopped up on the whole, well, I need to know if there's facts about the daughters. But I'm like, well, we ain't putting a logic to that. Like, we don't need the facts because, once again, y'all ain't need facts to know if Jay-Z was in a karate class at 36 being a Taibo hoe. We didn't need the facts on that. So I don't need the facts on a daughter on, like, that's more realistic to me than Jay-Z doing Taibo and being 36 in a karate class. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, this is Drizzy Drake we're talking about. He's getting the draws. And he's got a couple of kids, bro. Like, he done definitely shot in the club a couple of times, dog. Like, we trying to act like the first kid, this is the only kid he got out there. Nah, dog. I believe that he got something out there. And I don't think that that's something that is pulled out of the ass or anything. And once again, he's already lined up everything in Meet the Grams that people complained about in Not Like Us, which was mainly the PDF stuff, which was a line, which I'm glad we about to get into this too, because he didn't do anything crazy with the PDF stuff. And it was all in Meet the Grams, but we're worried about that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that twist was some bullshit. So that might really be some shit to that. Not, let me rephrase that. Nah, fuck it. I'm sticking. I said it. But it's more to that than what people are thinking if we were going to focus on what he said in that versus what was going on in Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams is a lot more descriptive about shit than Not Like Us, if you ask me. Let me know what y'all think in the chat in the comments below. But we about to conclude here, man. We got the final tracks coming, dog. We got Not Like Us and, the shit where he was like, I don't know if I really want to battle anymore and shit, but like, I guess these things is lies right now. Just let me know when the facts is the facts, because I was telling the truth, but clearly your boy over here is lying. That's how I felt about that. But once we're gonna get to that in a minute, we're gonna finish with the do. We're gonna get into do. It's my shit though. It's my shit.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years,
this little Drake shit, and this guy was out here.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
he is the greatest chameleon ever. Placement is everything, baby. Placement is everything. That's all I'm leaving with that.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. Deck of my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I keep a horn. Goes
back, bro. I wasn't even looking.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. Deck of my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
Which I might go back to. I think that's one of my favorite songs. And I will always scream because this was a part of the diss. That, remember, how many do I got in stock? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. This was a part of that stock. And I'm always going to scream from this album, or not, sorry, from this song, which led to GNX. This was on there. TV Off was on there. That's 2. What the fuck else was on there? Whacked Out Murals. That's 3. What's another one on there? Peekaboo. You can say that's 4. And then what's the last one on the stockpile? We can play around with that one. I feel like you can play around with that one. But if we're gonna be more direct, I'm gonna say Dodger Blue. I'm gonna say Dodger Blue was a part of that stockpile. Let me, as a matter of fact, now since we're at Not Like Us, and remember he said this on this song and he sampled, or not sampled, but he gave us this snippet in the beginning of the video. Do y'all think that a lot of that GNX was the stockpile that he was talking about plus some? Or do y'all think that I'm reaching with the possibility of the GNX songs that I just mentioned? Because those are what my opinion is. Are those songs the not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5? He is 69 God. Like, do y'all think that that's the stock? The rabbit hole can go deep. Yeah, I fucked that up. But yeah. Do y'all think that that's a part of it? So we're going to hop right back into it. But we're screaming that because Squabble Up was a diss towards Drake too. So, and that's attached to this, which was the ultimate diss towards Drake. So yeah, leave that out for the chat. Fill me up. Pause. Fill up the comments in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me know y'all opinions and what y'all stance is on that as well. Let me know in the comments if y'all made it this far and shit, because I know sometimes, shit it be tough.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. Deck of my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
What's the password?
I see dead people.
I'm so I have to watch this again.
You late.
It's motherfucking Kendrick.
Put it on that beat. Nope. Hey, Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak, though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him.
Debo, any rap nigga, so he's the spooky man, sorry, he's the boogeyman, and he's the dude that's riding up on the Debo bike. Sorry.
On the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak, though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him, please, bro, Nella nigga to the cross, he walk around like Chizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down whole.
I love this whole shit, man. Listen, this nigga did not out rap this man not one bit. You hear how he's rhyming? And I love the Crips and the Blood shit going on. I love that shit. But wait, dog.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out.
Shout out to the Drake creeping up on him, but he said, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with him. And I'm gonna scream every single time. With this whole shit that he's doing, I've been in my Sugar Free bag and I listen to a lot of Sugar Free. And he had these little Sugar Free like cadences throughout the this song. Mainly in the end when he was like, what the OVO for? The other vaginal option? Pussy. You know what I'm saying? He sounded like Sugar Free to me in that, you know what I'm saying? Because he has that same flow. And even in here, like, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Like, that's a Sugar Free cadence if you ask me. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
I love how he's doing pushes like, nigga, I'll catch the fade with you because you was talking about this whole fade shit, nigga. Because remember, he's like, what he's saying, Infinity Man is, I'm coming to get this ass whooping, I'm handing him out or whatever. And right here, he's just letting you know, subliminal messages, dog. Here we go.
Show niggas, certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up, round. Certified lover.
Now, I need to break this down a little bit to help my understanding here. Like, what's he representing here? What's this supposed to represent? I got an idea, but I really don't know. Let me know in the comments below if y'all know what this really means and what this is supposed to symbolize. Like, it symbolizes multiple things, even from the shit that he has on. It represents something, but I want to know what y'all think in the comments below. I want to know.
Boys, certified pedophiles. That fuck them up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the pay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb.
Even with the gal, like that might be some E40 shit. Like, tell me with a gal. Ooh, E40 from the back. That might be one of those, but. Go.
Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something? Be restless for bitching. You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fish Gatorade or something.
I love that because remember he was always a little whole fan at these games and shit. You know, all up in the warm up lines, doing all this shit. So you a ball boy or something? Go fresh Gatorade or something. You know what I'm saying? I love that bar. I love that bar. I always used to be like, yo, why is he all up in the, you know, all up in the video, smiling, warming up, shooting layups, shooting threes? What the fuck we doing?
Stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something? Be restless for bitching. You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no love boy, you ball boy. Fish Gatorade or something. Since 2000.
Lover boy, nigga.
Nah, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes. All over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy. You can better straighten they posture.
Let me know if that's some sugar-free shit right there, man. Let me know if that's some sugar-free shit. If you don't know sugar-free, go check them out. And if you don't know which ones I'm talking about, and it's mainly giving me from like, there's a lot of sugar-free shit out there, but mainly I'm thinking like On My Way in the kitchen table freestyle shit. But yeah.
All over your foe, the other vaginal option. Pussy, you can better straighten they posture. Got famous all up in content. Might write this for the doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fuck no Wayne grow like he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs a subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here's 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas.
And once again, I'm gonna scream every time. Sorry, I don't know why I'm still amped like this, but I'm gonna scream every single time, bro. Or is G and X a part of that stockpile? As time went on and we revealed things right here in real time, do y'all think that G and X was a part of that? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Remember 2. Remember 2. You know, I'm gonna be more interesting. I'm gonna keep it more interesting. Even more interesting than you think. How many tracks was shit, man? How many tracks was goddamn G and X? 12. And I named about 5 of them, right? But he just said 10. And the only 2 songs we know for sure that weren't really like Drake shit was Luther and Gloria. Now I can't remember if it's 11 or 12 track CD, so that's why I'm putting it out there. I'm putting the feelers out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments and in the chat if y'all agreeing with that. Let me know if y'all is feeling that, because this is where my consumer brain kicks in. You know, consumer conspiracy brains and reaching this shit. Like GNX, was GNX the stock songs? Because he said not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do I have in stock? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, right? And Squabble Up was the initial intro to this video and to this whole conclusion of the original beef, which then followed up later on into what we see now, which is GNX. Hold on, I'm about to just look myself and see how many tracks is on this, because maybe my theory is right or it's wrong. If it was up to me, we can talk about whatever you want. Just like the video, subscribe. We're back.
Need to stay their ass inside, ayy. Roll their ass up like a fresh pack of time, ayy. City is back up, it's a must, we outside, ayy. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run
using the town folks, yo. He's giving you, this is the greatest gem game bar that I've heard in a long time for this. I think this honestly was the best verse out of this song, just because of the game and the knowledge that was dropped on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he flipping it into, like, you know, old times, but now fast forwarding and it's still applying to what BBL Drizzy is doing right now.
Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. And
this is what I'm saying. He ain't listen, my nigga. The nigga ain't listen, dog. This battle was lost because Drake ain't listen. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. I think Drake went into this half-hearted with like I'm gonna walk all over this because people don't listen. And once again, he's saying it in this song, like, hey Drake, they're not slow. Like, hip-hop fans ain't slow, B. You know what I'm saying? They're not the slow ones. You feel me? They are not the ones that's gonna be, you know, not listening to the lyrics. But a lot of Drake fans, they don't listen to lyrics and content and context. So they fall into this trap. I see what's going on.
Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Little baby.
I mean, shit, when his music banging in the clubs before Future? I feel like they was kind of, but I can't, timelines ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? The timelines ain't adding up, but I don't know about that one, but I get it though. It's part of the battle. We ain't fact checking with certain shit.
Help you get your lingo up. What 21 get your false street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like what Quavo said you can be from North Side. What 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You
don't flip one. No lie.
Run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
And this ain't talked about as much either, too, dog. Like, not the whole, he's gonna conclude and put the nail in the coffin on, like, here's Whitney, you wanted her, here she is. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. You thought, you know, you was wondering about where Whitney was the whole time, but it's this line right here.
You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and
the family matter and the truth of the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. But the family matter. Flip on Drake shit. Family matters. The truth of the matter.
Truth of the matter. It was God's plan.
God's plan. God's plan. Dun. God's plan. So he's flipping Drake's songs. The last 2 songs, which they would say, you know what's funny, man? I'm gonna let it finish, but I was looking at something when I was trying to do a little Googles, and it said that this song was a part of what initiated some of the beef, which I found very interesting. That was like, they gave like an 11-track rundown, and I was like, that's interesting. I knew it was a part of it, but I'm like, that's interesting that they threw that in there. But we're gonna talk about that after this. We're gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 Dodge. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. Say OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then
what's funny is I feel like I heard him say stab this way and stab this way every time. I still feel like I hear him say stab this way, but I know at some point he does say step this way. But in the first few, this first beginning, I feel like the nigga says stab. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I heard him say stab, dog.
Hey, 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 run for your life. Say OV ho. Say OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
I need to know. Do y'all hear stab the first 2 times and then it goes to step like casually? It's like a subtle stab this way, stab this way. But he could be really saying step, but I really hear those first 2 as stab, and then I hear a clear step here. That's just me though. Well, what y'all think? A year later, what y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling about this? Am I reaching? I could be reaching. I like reaching sometimes, but it sounds like stab, bro.
Let me hear you say OV ho. Say OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you laughing?
I ain't gonna front.
Are we laughing? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Marlon and shit was talking about. This nigga did not out rap shit. He wasn't shit being out rap besides this nigga getting put in a body bag. He getting wrapped up in a body bag. That was it. The only thing Drake was wrapping up was himself in a fucking body bag, B. That's the only thing Drake was out rapping was himself in a body bag, B. Look at that unity though. I didn't peep that the first time I watched the video. That's some dope unity right there. He's in the dudes, man, all right, clicking up, dog. I ain't mad about that, man. I like that. I like seeing that, man. I like seeing that. But that's another fucking wash. That's an easy wash. Hey, that's all good. You ain't gotta like them niggas done. I feel you. I don't fuck with Kendrick before this shit happened, but I like Kendrick a lot, man. Kendrick can rap, bro. Kendrick's good. Kendrick is good, man. But that was a straight annihilation job on Drake. I mean, I forgot that the Heart 6 is even here. You know, we gotta conclude with the Heart 6, you know what I mean? And this is a track where they said that he did his best rapping, but I've noticed a little trend in a theme here as I am reacting and reflecting and thinking about this battle as a whole. The songs where people are like, 'cause I'm like, Push-Ups might have been his best put. That might have been his best put right there, dog. Push-Ups might have been the best shit because everything after that was just a downward spiral of things that just didn't add up to defeat Kendrick, bro. Like that's really what it is. So I guess we're gonna hop right into the Heart 6, man. Like not like us can just go without explanation, dog. Like we know what was going on with that. That was the best song that is now deemed the best diss track of all time, which I disagree with. I think No Vaseline is the best diss track of all time. Y'all could argue with me about that in the comments. You can tell me how I may be wrong, but that was the best song in the entire shit. In the entire beef, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was not beef, but out of all diss tracks, that was the best one. So that's where I stand with that. We are gonna conclude. We're gonna conclude. We're gonna conclude here with: is this the lyrical, or is this just gonna show Dave Free and the Heart thing? Because once again, Drake does whole shit like this. Now let me see. Nah, I want the lyrics up for this. I want to talk about it. Oh, Screw already got to it. Yo, shout out Screw, dog. But you know, I ain't about to watch this shit. I don't wanna get caught up maybe saying the same shit, B. Alright, man. Let's see. This is where what's funny about this song, dog.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood.
People said it didn't age well as time went on. I was in real time being like, you know, that's because I really do be listening to the lyrics and shit. And I'm like, none of this makes sense. What the fuck was that? That didn't make sense. Speaking of none of this made sense. What's that? Okay. Alright, so we are concluding here, man, with the Heart 6. I got Kendrick washing this nigga, man. I know a lot of people that might be Drake fans are gonna be like, what? How? When if they even get to this, you know what's funny is that I think the people that like Drake know that I don't fuck with Drake, so they're like, fuck this dude, and we're not watching his videos, which I'm fine with, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't need the Drake stands in here talking stupid, because this is stupid. I don't need a bunch of malls in the comments, you know what I'm saying? This shit, I don't need a bunch of that shit, dog. But I'ma say this. This song was whack. You know what I mean? This was Drake's worst song. If I was to compare all the songs that was put out by each artist, which I'm gonna put together at the end, this ranks at damn near the bottom for me, in my opinion. But we're gonna hop into this, man, finish it up, and then we will digress. You know what I mean? And we will talk about it. We will talk about it and conclude it. We will do all of that for y'all.
Just let me see you.
All right.
Nah, Don, I'm gonna do a couple of reactions after. I'm gonna do a few. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a you know me, dog. I do these things, do a little intermission, and I may stop this live just so I can have this as its own thing and then open up another live again. So don't be alarmed when this ends and then I come back on, because I will be coming back on. Just this will be its own little live thing, because I want this to just be its own thing. And then we'll get back into doing that. By then, it'll be most likely 11 o'clock. And then y'all get me for like an hour or two. You feel me? That's going to be a real quick one, though. But we going to have fun with it, though. We going to have fun with it. We got a couple of reactions in that as well. But we going to conclude with this shit. I had to get this off my chest. A nigga had to get this off his chest. You feel me? But yeah, we about to get into Drake lying. Drake sounding crazy. This song doesn't add up to anything that actually transpired in the battle. And we're just going to talk about it for a minute. Don't be alarmed, Don.
The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got you.
Already, I'm changing the video because I don't even like how they didn't say Pulitzer Prize winner. They just said, all right, the surprise is definitely spiraling. Like, what? You won't get no credit after that now. And to be honest with you, just because that happened, I'm just gonna play it off of his shit now too, and I'm just gonna pull up the lyrics real quick. So give me a second, dog, because that just made me mad. Because I feel like when I did this reaction a while back, when like I got into this shit, I definitely did this, and I was mad that I seen that again. And I'm like, nah, we not putting up with this again, bro. Especially as we conclude. So just give me 1 second here while I the fuck? Oh man. There we go. Alright, dog. We're not dealing with that, whatever happened there. So here we go. Right back into it, y'all. Right back into it. Even this cover art's fucking corny too. You know what I'm saying? The cover art's whack as fuck. You know what I mean? Because it goes back into like, you're like, well, why is she outside? What's going on? Like, why did Dave Free like that picture? Like, I don't understand why he did that. Like, that's how I just look at Drake doing all this. But here we go. Worst song of the disc, man, as we conclude Heart 6. Which I'm also glad that this ages hardly, because he thought, I feel like he did this thinking that like Kendrick wasn't about the Heart anything. He wasn't going to do Heart 6. And I love that when he did GNX, that's what he did. Heart 6. Yeah, I mean, so I fuck with that too, man. Because what did he jack of his? Didn't Kendrick jack or mimic something of his as well? Why am I drawing a blank on that? But whatever. Y'all can let me know in the comments and in the chat below. Sample cool though. Brought it back with the Aretha Franklin and shit.
All right.
Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the...
So what's crazy is that I don't recall. So it's funny that every time I keep hearing him referencing this rat stuff, I just listened. I don't recall or remember when Kendrick referred to him being a rat. Maybe that's not that fool in my head, but I just don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? I do not remember him referring to him as a rat, where Drake had to bring up the fact that which I think he tried this 8 Mile approach on that as well, which once again, I forgot to mention, he tried to do that in the Taylor Made shit as well too. He tried to do something that Kendrick did with a weaker strategy, I think. You know what I mean? He tried to 8 Mile himself, which it just didn't look too good and it was weird, but I don't remember the rat, you know what I'm saying, that rat part shit, so I just don't really remember that. So he's adding on something that I don't remember being brought up in battle. And I feel like a lot of the song was like, I'm like, when did that happen? When did this happen? But I bet, here we go. We're going right into it again.
The paperwork of the cabinet is filed in. 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connect, stand up, not fall down. The ones that you...
Yeah, see, he's playing into this like, I'm a super mafioso guy. And like, I'm super gullied up. I got all these connections and all this, which I'm like, I ain't gonna say you do or you don't, but it looks like you're playing more into a facade than anybody else. Because even these first few lines just don't. It's shaky, dog. I'm gonna park it, son.
Getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old.
See, and that's where like I feel like myself, cause what do you say at first, dog? Didn't he already mention? Yeah, he goes, my Montreal connect, stand up, not fall down, which means that anybody who's, you know, because it goes back to, have you ever heard that OBO was working for me? And then you're talking about, yeah, connect, stand up, not fall down. The ones that you're getting your stories from, they're all clowns. You're the general. You know what I'm saying? And this is what, in real time, I literally go, all right, they're all clowns, so all right, you called them out alive. But then you're like, you waited for this moment, overcome with desperation. We plotted for a week, and then we fed you the information. But you just called these niggas clowns. Like, anybody in their right mind goes, nah, you just said a few minutes ago that the stories were bullshit, and the stories that you got where they were clowns. So you don't dish the people that set you up and call them clowns. That's just 101. That's just 101 shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just literally 101 shit. So that's where I think I was, once again, checked out again. Drake made me check out multiple times throughout this battle in his songs. For example, he made me check out in the first 30 seconds when he started mentioning CB repping the set. That just got me tight. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, that's not real. Like, it's real as far as we know, but like, we know why. Like, he didn't come in, it's your man. I ain't never seen homie ragged up. You know what I'm saying? This goes back to, you get out the Cali, you start ragging up, you get extorted, whatever case may be. So it's cool. You might be doing that now, but you wasn't 15 doing that. You wasn't 12 doing that. You never talked about doing that. So what made you do it now? That's all I say. That's logic things. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the song though. I just want to cover that part of the bar that was funny as fuck because it don't add up. The lyrics ain't lyricking.
It's covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you...
And at this point, I feel like this is when he was really on the internet trying to dig for something to make it fit for his narrative and shit, because this was all stuff that I was reading and seeing on the internet. So he was doing the same thing we was doing. I'd like to call that out as well. The same scrolling that we was doing and seeing, he did the same thing, caught win for it, was like, this fits. I can throw this. Yo, writers, write that. You know what I'm saying? That's where I feel with that. None of this feels. And once again, this is his only song where he gives you 5 minutes of Kendrick. Before that, you've gotten 3 minutes and 30 seconds of maybe less of direct Kendrick shit. Family Matters was a Whitney diss. That was a Whitney and Dave Free diss. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say what that was. And then the last verse at the end was directed towards Kendrick. But that was a Family Matters is Dave Free, Whitney, Rick Ross, ASAP Rocky, aka Rakim, and Weeknd. That's a Weeknd. That's all their disses. Then Kendrick just got a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is the only song that we've gotten that's directed towards Kendrick. And if we gonna say otherwise, let me know, because I ain't believing you.
not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication.
So it's funny that after he says that, we're following up with like the celebration, because this is obviously after Not Like Us. But you got to learn how to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking that this is my expiration. That part's funny because here we are now, ain't nothing been really hitting the same. Ain't nothing been hitting the same. So you might be expiring, Drake. You might be expiring just a little bit. We still waiting for that solo project though to really determine this. But so far, everything post that has not been received well, and those songs expired like spoiled milk. All of them. Every last song that you did post the battle has aged like spoiled milk.
The Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following?
So once again, I'll let him finish because this is where it's real bitch.
Dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You have a
like, bro, this is some like little girl ass shit. Like everything was smooth for me, even though I disagreed and didn't feel like the lyrics weren't lyricking. But once it was one of those, and why is it Whitney denying all of the allegations? And why is Mr. Morale, why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? I'm like, bruh, you too concerned about this. Like, in internet shit, that's not real, my nigga. You fell into this trap thinking that she's supposed to be following and doing everything. She sees the nigga every day, or she's around the motherfucker a lot. So it's like, all right, man, like, that's cool, but like, you're going back to just focusing on Dave Free and fucking Whitney and shit more than you need to be focused on Kendrick. But this is rightfully so. Like, I won't say that these bars are misplaced because it fits within the scheme of what he's doing, but I just don't like that approach because it's mad just hoey. It's super hoey. I'm watching a grown ass man worrying about why people ain't being followed on Instagram. I hated that part.
Seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected.
So I'll tell you right here. Once again, my man's only mentioned Weinstein. He only mentioned Weinstein and said you guys should get messed up in a cell for the rest of your lives. And once again, he's also replying to the Meet the Gram shit. This bar is dedicated to Meet the Gram. So I do get it. But throwing out names that he never said in the angle of what you're talking about, I don't think he was directing that like exactly based off what he said. But I get it though, because he was doing the HT things. I'm gonna call it the HT things right now because I don't know what the YouTube regulations is for those things, for those words. But yes, I see it, but there's no reason to throw that name out there to try to get your point across. Which, once again, the conversation was in real time. How do you respond in a diss battle to address what people were talking about, which is these allegations? And everybody said you probably shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because this was this was gonna be the results of how it would look if he was a respondent. It wasn't gonna come off clean. It wasn't, because now you're going too far into, because he didn't harness on it too much. And once again, you focus on a song that wasn't even that popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all in response from what he did in Meet the Grams. Not anything to do with Not Like Us. But it makes people dig to that and find it. So it's funny how that didn't age well at all. He responded with that line in that just to fuck it up. I don't think that was a good move.
Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck.
And see, all this song did too at this point. This song made me do a lot of things. This song made me go look up that song because I was like, what's he talking about? Because at this point, I wasn't digging into Kendrick's catalog too much, but that was the first song I went to. You know what I'm saying? I listened to that song because I was like, what? You know what I mean? And after I listened to it, I would go, this guy didn't listen. He didn't listen at all. You know what I mean? So that was like, he lost back-to-back points. So he's already lost like 5 points on this disc early on. You feel me? Like, He lost it in the beginning with the whole everybody's clowns, but we gave you the information. Then you following up with this epi stuff. Then you go back and misquote the song and misdirect that. Your ghostwriters was tired, dog. These ghostwriters were tired at this point. But yeah, man, this is the worst reply of the whole thing for me.
I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with. It's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play. You probably
I ain't gonna lie. Touch my body. That was cute. But at this point, I'm just like, you already lost it in my brain because none of the lyrics, at this point, the lyrics stopped lyricking and I'm just listening and waiting for you to finish. But Touch My Body was cool, but your lyrics ain't lyricking, my guy. They ain't lyricking. You know what I'm saying? Even with you tapping out talking about, oh, nah, you ain't get there yet, but I don't want to dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Like this, and this is where he said he rapped the best too. Anybody that thought he rapped the best on this is just in denial, man. Y'all already knew y'all boy lost at this point, so y'all was reaching for something.
Start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a...
Hold up. Miss something.
For clarity, I feel disgusted. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play. You probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message.
Yo, bro. These whole bars, dog, just the lyrics just ain't lyricking. The lyrics just really ain't lyricking throughout this whole song. Cause like, how do you say that knowing the climate? Like, I think Drake's response was very tone deaf.
I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the...
Like, that's the opposite thing you would want to say to deny any sort of issues of that situation. Like, y'all, the way too famous motherfuckers be the ones that be doing this shit, bro. Like, have you not watched the news? Are you that out of touch, bro?
Mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how
that's the bar too, but he's playing off this angle. Once again, he's playing the same way he's playing and trying to double down off of a DV situation and Dave Free being the baby father. It's the same thing on the other side. That's why I don't understand how people don't see that part. And it's always been annoying because I'm like, bro, he's been doing the same thing. Like, so what he's saying is facts? There ain't no proof there, but y'all is wanting K-Dot to prove that he's got an illegitimate daughter and that he's PDF file. Which the PDF file stuff, you can question that a little bit. And we ain't going to say like he's doing anything crazy with like, you know, young kids or girls, but there's too many clips and too many things out there that we didn't see where like, that's just suspicious, bro. But whatever. But once again, no, there's no facts behind any of these things that these men are saying about each other. That's why I hated this part of the battle as it got to the end, because like he was lying just as much too.
Ease the sentiment, the shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents, but you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I slit your throat with the razor.
That's cool, like D major. You know what I'm saying? Like I get what he's doing. He's trying to rhyme, but once again, your points you've been deducted so many points that all this other shit don't even matter. And then what makes it worse is that
Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama.
Look at that. He couldn't help but to go back to like somebody else because he knows what he's saying is bullshit. So he's got to like throw somebody else in there to be like, yeah, I said this though, and that shit's true and that shit works. You know?
Screensaver, only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenage.
Now this is the part when I listen to it, and I got people that can attest to this. I literally sent a text to my group chat and was like, yo, who's Millie Bobby Brown? Why did he mention her? Why did he mention Millie Bobby Brown? There was no reason for him to mention this. This is where I was like, yo, you all fucked up right now because you mentioned the shit that Kendrick can't even talk about. Now, the Epstein line in real time, I was like, nah, but now since we're in reflection, I can see that because that's coming from Meet the Grams. You know what I mean? That's something that comes from Meet the Grams. But this Whitney, not Millie Bobby Browns, I literally had to text my boys and be like, yo, who's Millie Brown? Who is he talking about? No, this lady has not been mentioned at all. But you threw that out there. That's because the internet threw that out there. And the internet was putting it out there, not Kendrick. So why are you replying to the internet's allegations in a Kendrick diss? To something that Kendrick did not mention not this one time in the battle. So you didn't have to specify that you're in the Whitneys and not Millie Bobby Browns. Nobody was thinking about Millie Brown. So I asked who that was. Come to find out, it was fucking 12. Stranger Things. That's who Millie Bobby Brown is. So the fact that I had to do and ask all that lets me know like this is a dud. This is a dud, bro.
I'm a fucking hit maker, dog, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records.
What? So why you suing? Why you suing, dog? Why you out here talking about I don't care about all this stuff and now you sued? You sued? You said all this, but you suing? Nah.
Oh, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't want to fight with a woman. Beater, it feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sent him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping.
I can't say I ain't gonna lie. I didn't look at some stuff and look that up, and I'm like, okay, like I can. Once again, valid point. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you stand on that, but you ain't mad at R. Kelly? Which, that's a whole different conversation for another day. When it comes to those, you know what I'm saying? I think we all as a whole pick and choose what we want to be mad at with depending on who it is, but we know other people kind of do the same shit or similar and we support them. So that's just a different conversation for another day when it comes to like, can you separate the music from the man? And I think everybody's entitled to their opinion on that, but I know we definitely pick and choose. We're definitely very selective with that. But good point, good stance on that. But you done lost it a long time ago at this point. Even with the I give a fuck about your streaming data. You can drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. But now you suing. I thought you didn't care, dog. Thought you didn't care.
Soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see.
What's funny is that it's hard to be a clout chaser when he was barely online. You know what I'm saying? Like all that angle is false because all I did was just drop records. I remember seeing you all up online. All your angle was to get online so you can grab the masses and persuade because you thought you had the game sold up. And it proves you wrong that music will always do that and you can't fake influence.
Yeah, when I see you like Fantasia, Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor.
It goes back to you can fake influence online and shit, but you can't fake it in real life. That's all that means to me.
I'm dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. I promise.
I ain't even mad. That was a nice cute little line too. I ain't mad about that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some.
But before we get into that, that's where I got mad. But I guess I lost track of what I was gonna say there. Never mind.
Some good exercise, like
It's good to get out, get the pen working.
The album dropping part. There we go. So as far as him mentioning this album dropping, I mean, he just shadow dropped that. So that doesn't age well as well either, because he's like, yeah, I know you got an album dropping, so I know you turn cloud chaser, but it goes back to like, he ain't really been doing shit. You know what I'm saying? He just shadow dropped that. Everything he's been doing has just been shadow dropped and nobody knows about it, but we're always aware about what you're doing, 100 gigs, all that shit. So it's funny how he says that, but I think he's been the guy that's doing the clout chaser shit. Just saying.
You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt.
And it was cute that he had to prove it. That was cute. But nigga, I need you to prove it too. If you want to talk about he need to prove something, I need you to prove to me that he's a DB. I need you to prove to me that Dave Free is the BD. I need proof from you too, brother. Don't try to act like what Kendrick was doing is far from what the fuck you was doing. And that's why I think I didn't like this song, because he's flipping it. He's victim flipping. You know what I'm saying? That's his other side coming out. You know what I'm saying? His other side coming out trying to flip some shit. You know what I'm saying? He's pulling the Karen moves right now. Knowing what he did, now he's flipping Karen shit. You know what I'm saying? Know what he did.
The fuck out though, like you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling.
I'm gonna scream also again that those 10. He said 10 more himself. Those 10 was G and X minus Gloria and Luther. Those 10 was on G and X. I think it was those. Dog.
A story that doesn't even exist, and then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you.
I'll give a facts with that.
Bring you back to the game.
That's probably the most truthful part out of this whole shit that Drake was talking about on here. That's the most truthful part. That he got him outside, he got his fans happy, and he made a fan out of somebody like me. So yeah, we got Kendrick outside, but even then though, you look at the discography and the line of work, that's just a narrative that was created too. I'm like, bro, it didn't really take that long. He don't come out every 5 years. Because even when people was like, yeah, he drops every 5, I looked, I'm like, bro, he just dropped like last year. And then the year before that, he dropped like 3 years before that, I think, or some shit like that. So that narrative was quite funny. I think they went back to when I think it was like 5 years, that one time. But every artist, even this motherfucker, takes the same amount of time. Now he gives you other shit and he's always like giving you shit. But once again, what did somebody say? I want to say it was DJ Head, but you like that slow cook food. We don't need that force feeding of vibes. You know what I mean? You don't need that.
You know, but just let me know when we get
into the facts.
To the facts. Everything in my shit is fact.
No, it's not. You can't. I hated
waiting this song. On you to return the favor. Like
I hated this song, dog. I really did. Yeah, it's over. He's done talking. I'm done listening to him. That's the worst song out of this whole disc because none of it was, the lyrics weren't lyricing at all in this one. At least in the other ones, when he was doing his lyrics and shit, he was direct and it just felt natural. This one felt like Arby really wrote it. So it's like you can just tell the clear difference. But this song was terrible, B. This song was fucking terrible as far as the disc. It's the worst song in the disc. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe. I want to know what y'all think in the comments below. I want to know what y'all think in the chat as well too. There's several questions that I raised up here. You know what I'm saying? Several. You know what I mean? But like I said, I need to know what y'all thought was the best diss track out of this whole thing. Who won? I got a clear sweep. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's 4-0, 5-0, however you want to do it. You know what I mean? I got a clear sweep by Kendrick. I also don't think that Drake out-rapped anything on this. He rapped well on Family Matters. So here we go. We're going to run down each individual shit. Now, push-ups, we'll start from first-person shooter. So first-person shooter for Drake was cool. But I will say that I think J. Cole, that was more J. Cole's energy. Even though I think Drake was still doing the subbies in there. It's just that there's a lot of things I feel like were more subtle than what Cole was doing. So we obviously going to put that there. I give that song about a 9. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give Drake's song about a 9 on that. As far as What's the next song? Push-Ups. Push-Ups is a good song, and I give him a pass that he focused on the side mission dudes because he needed to in the first song. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Then he followed up with Tailor Made, which I don't fuck with Tailor Made, to be honest with you. Tailor Made doesn't even get any play for me. I just don't like Tailor Made. So that's just a 0 for me. And I'm being dead ass. Tailor Made is a 0 song. It's the second worst song. You know what I'm saying? Then the Heart 6 is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool as far as like, yeah, he had the Aretha Franklin on there. Like I do it for like shit like that. But as far as what we looking for in a diss, the worst rebuttal ever. It's kind of like how Jay-Z responding after Ether was super ugly. It falls under the line of that. It just falls super short. But at least Jay-Z's was just on point. It's just like Ether was that bad. You know what I'm saying? So we can't even put that in the same category. So let's see. I said First Person Shooter, Push-Ups, Family Matters, Tailor Made, and the Heart 6. So that's 5 songs from Drake. Overall, for the 5 songs from Drake, I will give as a whole for Drake's side of it because he lost. So overall, I'm going to give Drake's songs a 7.5. Drake's disses are a 7.5 for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give him that. Now, we're on to the decisive winner here. And that's crazy that they had 5 songs. That was a lot of songs that actually really came out at it. Like, now that I'm doing it like this, that's a lot of fucking songs. So, we start with Kendrick, who didn't even take that long. We were just impatient as fucking consumers. So, it took him 6 days to reply, which is crazy. Under a week, which is fine. He starts with Like That, which Like That overall is a better song. I will say Like That is about a 9 overall with just the energy and everything that was on that. Definitely a 9. I will also say that Kendrick's verse, which is funny that he had a whole verse versus these two dudes had a whole 6 minutes, and those 6 minutes of that song did not have the impact that Kendrick's verse had that shook up this whole thing and had these dudes jumping out the window. So I agree with you, V. What up, V, by the way? I agree. He won at Euphoria as well. Let's see. That's where I got at Like That. Then obviously we get to Euphoria now, which for me, personally, I think Euphoria was the best diss out of the entire battle. Everything else was cool. It was strategic. It lined up to what he was doing to try to dismantle this dude. But as far as the diss worthy and what initiated everything was Euphoria. Everything else was just extra and just putting the flag right into dude. But Euphoria is the best diss. That song's a 12. That goes off the scale because I think when you go with that angle where you come at a man's character and you're breaking him down as his persona and everything, and you start questioning if you really like that and everything else, you get the upper hand from me because that's how most rap battles are won when you start exposing that person's character. It's not about who can out rap who sometimes. It's about that as well, but it's about how you do it and how we did it. The angle was way better than Day Free. It was better than that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to, go with Euphoria there for sure. That's an easy one. I don't think that was too hard to figure out. The next one was 616 in LA, which I think overall, a lot of people didn't rock with it because I don't think people peeped the message and the warning shots in it where you see how I broke that down. I think that was a smooth one. Weaker of the tracks for sure. Out of Kendrick's catalog for it, weaker of the tracks. That is the weaker track, but still a solid 7. So I'm going to give that 7 just because I like the warning behind it. You know what I mean? I like the messagings behind it and shit. What's the next one? Meet the Grams. Now, initially, I didn't really, I liked Meet the Grams, but I just didn't care for it after. But as we're going through this again, I think I rank Meet the Grams a lot higher than I originally had thought. You know what I'm saying? Because of just taking the daughter out of it, you know what I'm saying? Taking that out of it, it's still piggybacking off of 2 things. Euphoria, where he's coming at your character, but because now you didn't make it a friendly fade anymore, you didn't keep it that way, this is the shit that he had in the tuck, which is genius because he can already predict your angles and he wants to see if you're going to catch the metaphors from 616 in LA. Because 616 in LA made him press the red button. It wasn't Euphoria. It was 616 in LA, which was interesting because that was like his weaker of the disses and it wasn't nothing crazy. But it was something that struck his nerve that made him miss the metaphors from both songs to now reply exactly to how Kendrick probably wanted him to reply so he can do what he needed to do. So I put that up there a lot higher. Meet the Grams is probably a 9 in my book now versus before it used to be probably a 6. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I just understood the purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to stomp on that record. But based off listening to it again and just looking at it from the angle and seeing how it's aging, I got to bump it up a little. I got to bump it up full 3 points damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I get that a 9. And then obviously with, you know, he drops the back-to-back on him with the Not Like Us, which, you know, it's not the best diss of all time for me, but I'll definitely give the song a 9 for, once again, we're a year after it, and that song still bangs the same. You know what I'm saying? I still like the shit out of that song. So, like, that was the song that put the nail in the coffin, which now I conclude here being like, overall, I have to put Kendrick over because all of his songs collectively, it's a 10 versus Drake's that's like a 7. You know what I'm saying? 7.5. You know what I mean? Because a lot of his shit just didn't age well. You know what I mean? In real time, I probably scored it a little differently, just like I scored Meet the Grams. But now we're fast forwarding a year later and we have more time to like sit with these tracks. And it's not a recency bias. So nothing aged well for Drake. Drake actually did a piss poor job in this battle from the moment that he started or stopped. Not even start or stop. He just didn't focus on the main opponent, which was Kendrick Lamar, after push-ups. That's where I think he really messed up. Where he also messed up several times during this battle, in my opinion. But the real fuck up was when he did not address, like he didn't give Kendrick bars like that. So I'm like, yeah, you can say he rapped well on it, but there was no bars given to Kendrick. Like I said, we got 5 minutes and 11 seconds of Kendrick, which is this is the only song where he directed towards Kendrick directly, and then the other ones were verses that the verses were more geared towards everybody else and not the guy who we waited 15 years for you to go against. So I had to deduct a lot of points for that because we got blinded by the music, which sounds good, but he didn't diss him, bro. And I thought that's what we was doing. I thought we was doing a rap battle. I didn't think we was doing who can make the better song. I didn't think we was doing a song who can make somebody shake their ass better. I didn't know that was the part. You know what I mean? But that's kind of where I stand with that, man. That's just the conclusion on this, man. I think we almost have 4 hours. My internet's acting crazy, so if I do come back on, stay tuned. But if not, because I think this shit's been kicking me off in and out. I don't know what y'all been seeing on y'all end, but I hope that this went through smooth. I haven't seen anybody saying anything as much about it, so I think it's been all right. But I'm in the chat now looking at what y'all got to say. So what up, DMs, too, by the way? What's happening, Lori? Appreciate you as always as well, too. But yeah, it looks like we got Team K-Dot in here for the most part. It looks like we got K-Dot in here for the most part. And you know, I don't know if you in here, DP. Let me know if you still in here. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to come back. So I'm going to play that request for you before I do head out of here and shit. And then I'm going to, one, take a break, two, just kind of see where I'm at with all this and everything as well, too. But let's see. Rick Ross and Crooked I did a song, which is crazy. So this is probably one of the only requests real quick. Oh, yeah, let me see what you guys say, V. K-Dot won from Euphoria, or you mean Meet the Grams? See, I think he won before Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams didn't even have to really happen because Euphoria was just so much, especially after he baited him and everything else. Yeah, that was too much, but I feel like, once again, he had everything in stock. And let me ask you this, too. I've said this earlier. I don't know if what part of the conversation or chat that you got into, but since you're in here and you're actively responding, I'm going to ask you as well, too. Do you think that the stock songs that Kendrick was talking about in Not Like Us, do you think those 10 songs, because remember, he said, how many do I have in stock? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. That's 10. He gave us one in the beginning of Not Like Us, which was Squabble Up, which you can easily say that that's a direct diss towards Drake and a follow-up. Then if you listen to the whole album of GNX minus Luther and Gloria, and maybe even the Heart 6, so maybe I can conclude that. But no, not even. I feel like the Heart 6 was more of like a fuck you to Drake, like, I'm still going to do this song no matter what you did. So yes, I'm still going to say, do you think that those 10 songs were a part of the stock? Do you think those were the stock songs? Or do you think at least some of them were stock songs? I named about 5, but as I started talking earlier, I came to the conclusion, I'm like, well, maybe the whole CD minus the 2 songs are, because he said 10. and we're working with the whole, we're reaching with whatever Kendrick does in the lyrics and shit, I'm part of the party, and I'm reaching there. I'm going there. GNX is that stockpile that he was talking about from the verse and Not Like Us. That's where I'm going to conclude it at. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. This was a fun ride. I wish I was a part of this shit in real time, because I would have had mad fun with that. Because I'm telling you, when I was in real time, I was at the restaurant and stopped everything. I didn't even want to eat. I needed to go sit in the whip and listen to Not Like Us. So I really wish I was in real time when the battle really kicked off. But better late than never. We here to talk about this. I can at least talk about the rap shit, because I think at this point, y'all know I know a little something. I know a little something, and I do pay his attention. You know what I mean? So that's where I think I land with that. But this has been fun. I don't think DP's still in here, because I don't think he hit me back. So that will be a song that I will have on deck for the homie when I come back. But we got a good 4 hours out of this. I did not, honestly, I jumped into this dog thinking I was in this bitch thinking that I was going to do this shit for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I did not think that this was going to turn into a 4-hour live. But I think that's where we'll conclude, man. I appreciate everybody that slid through the chat, came through, participated, engaged. This is going to be up, you know what I mean? That's why I think I'm going to end it here right now, because I want this to just be strictly the recap. Who out-rapped who. Let me know who y'all think out-rapped somebody too as well, man. I don't think Drake out-rapped shit. But that's where I'm going to leave that, man. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back. I'm out.